Hahn.
The guy's going to be 41.
Flicking it.
And Rosenberg.
Go look at Redford in that movie right now. You'll want to hook up with him. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
3:01 in the big city with Don LaGreca, Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. So the streak is over, Peter. That's it.
I know.
But you talk about a barn burner.
What did it end up? It was 6-4 when I last saw.
8? Was it 8-4?
8-4.
8-4. How do you have a voice after that game? That second period alone.
That's 12 goals Don called.
Unreal. That's the second period had what did it have? 6 goals alone in that second period?
What was it? 2-0 after 1.
Yeah. Then it was
5-4. It was 6-4 after 2.
Insane.
So it 5-0. It's over. And you've been in these situations before, Alan, where it's like, all right, you got to do the game. Got to still call the game.
Right.
But it's late to begin with. It's, puck drop was at 9:08 back in New York. It's 5-0. You're on the road. And then next thing you know, it's 5-1, 5-2, 5-3. And then Jack with an amazing goal makes it 5-4. It's like, oh my God.
So at 5, so let me
Don's call on the fourth goal though, unreal.
We have it?
I hope we do.
All right,
it was incredible. Like, I'm telling you, Don, because I was obviously engaged in the Knicks game. We'll get into that in a moment.
And the baseball wasn't in
And once the Knicks game was over, I flipped over, and it was just goal after goal. You called that 5-4, and Gracie's like screaming because she's like, they're going to win this game. She was going nuts.
Because she loves Jack Hughes.
She loves the Devils.
She loves the Devils specifically?
Well, I mean, the gateway was Jack. Let's be honest. But now she's into
Jack's
the team.
a gateway drug.
So do I?
Yeah.
So we have to.
But now she really likes. She knows the team. She can tell me everything about.
Do we
the
have
team.
to worry that Gracie is on her way to being a Nancy LaGreca kind of fan, where her favorite teams are based on the cuteness of the best player?
Yeah, she's not on her way.
She's there.
Yeah, my girl's there.
Who else does she have? Hold on. Who else is on the
she's
list?
Any of the teenage NHL players. So Celebrini, Bedard. All of them. She knows them all. Oh, Schaefer, the kid on the island?
Yeah.
She loves him. So that's what she's about. But the Devils are her team, and she actually
got it.
Look, for a franchise, that's not a bad thing. You got a fan of your team from there. She can name every player. She knew about Markstrom. She told me. Don didn't tell me Markstrom was going to come back from the injury last night. Gracie told me.
Unreal.
Don kept that to himself.
I thought I mentioned it, but
no, you did not.
So, Don, at 5-3, once the third one gets in.
Well, 5-4.
But once it gets to 3, is that when you go, okay, we got a game again?
Oh, yeah, once you get within 2 goals with this firepower and the way the game was feeling, because remember, they scored, by the time that Jack scored, make it 5-4, they had scored 4 goals in just over 4 minutes. So you figure it's just going to be one of those games, and maybe they'll just get the last shot. I'm just hoping at that point, give me a game, because at 5-0, I'm like, we don't have a game. We're just going to get out of Dodge and just take the loss. But now you got a game, and then Meyer takes the penalty at the end of the second period.
That was brutal.
And Colorado ended up scoring 4 power play goals. Devils allowed 2 all season. Colorado scored 4 in one game. And then the Devils had a power play late in that second, carried over into the third. Once they didn't score there, and then Colorado scores again on the power play at 7-4. But at least we had a game, and it was fun. It was back and forth.
It was so entertaining. And Dano's great because Dano goes from just – you could hear it, and it's like he wears the wins and losses. Like Salvador is very professional. He calls it as it is, like that. But Dano is at 5-0. You hear him. He's just like, well, you can't do that, and this can't happen, and that. But then by the third goal, he was literally, he didn't say it, but you could hear it in his voice. We're going to win this game. Like he had that kind of emotion. But then at 5-4, we had Don at his best.
And don't look now. It's now a 5-3 game still here in the second period. And the Devils looking for more. Here comes Hughes with Palat and Brad Hughes scores!
He's found it.
Don, he's
finding it, right?
Yeah, pitch perfect. And then you hear Dano, right? He could not contain himself. Don, he was so into it.
You're doing a hell of a job.
Really, man. Like even in a loss like that, was still fun. That was still a fun broadcast, a fun game. Good. And that team I told you, that team is fun to watch, regardless of the score. And the frustration, everything else. So that's the good part. So we're happy for Don. You are now in San Jose, correct?
Yes.
Like you dream of.
At about 2 a.m.
Oh, beauty.
Which is 5 a.m. New York time, so I'm still all messed up.
You're
First
feeling
it was 2 hours behind, now it's 3.
Yeah.
So it's just afternoon here.
Yep.
That's how it works,
the
Don.
whole day.
Yeah, that's usually what the 3 hour.
Well, no, the beauty. Wait, they play tomorrow or tonight? Sorry.
Tomorrow.
Oh, so the beauty is you get off the air today at 4 o'clock, like you dream about. You're going to go enjoy the town.
No, it's 80 degrees in San Jose today.
He could actually catch a nap.
Then
enjoy.
I want to add something to Don's life because I don't know if it's a part of his life, and I think it should be.
What's that?
Okay.
And I could be wrong. Maybe it is a part of your life, but I didn't really get into this until Natalie sort of put me onto it. How often are you stopping by just like a foot spa and getting a nice foot massage?
No.
Great call.
Go ahead. Not interested? Or never have? Or just have never done?
I never have. That's not something I think of.
Now, have you literally ever done it? Like, have you ever sat back, threw on your headphones, listened to something, or caught up on a game you needed to watch while a trained professional goes to town on those tired
piggies
of yours?
The only thing I know about foot massages is what was mentioned in Pulp Fiction. That's it. That's all I got.
I've given 1,000 women 1,000 foot massages, and every one of them meant something. You know what? I'm the bleeping foot master. No, well, listen. I'm telling you, Don.
I don't tickle or nothing.
That scene is such perfect work.
The writing,
but I also enjoyed the analogy too that they came up with.
Yeah,
I may look in San Jose for you and see if I find. Well, I'm going to find out what hotel you're at.
Warning.
Yeah.
Warning. Don should probably first time with Nancy.
Well, at least mention it to her. You got to give her the.
But I don't think his maiden voyage should be without her.
Come on, for a foot massage? Yeah. It's not a full body.
Listen, man.
He's not getting nude.
How often does Nancy go?
Never.
That's what I mean. But let them together.
You think she'd feel away?
Because she'll then know how great it is that if he's on a long road trip and he's tired, it's like, you know what, Don, why don't you go ahead and get a pedicure real quick?
Now, can I just say this, though? And I think Don will agree.
Or the head and neck. You did the head and neck is unreal.
That's fantastic. Yeah, sometimes. Unreal. And Don, they'll do a deal where it's like you do an hour, 40-minute foot, 15, 20-minute head and neck, and you just sit in a chair and they just work you out real quick.
Unreal.
None of this is like taking your clothes off. This is no, it's nothing that's weird. Like, because I admit, if you've never done regular massages, the first time you go take it all off and get under a thing, it's an experience. It's new. It's a thing,
yeah.
Right?
But this
is though, Don. Like,
this is not going to be like, you don't have to worry about the love you long time or any of that stuff. Don't worry about that.
Take it all off.
You're talking about Orchids of Asia.
I'm not swinging by the Orchids of Asia.
No,
right?
this is not by Orchids of Asia. And the beauty is, like the other day, Natalie and I just had a day. Just not a good. And when I say that, I don't mean good. And I was like, do you mind if I get a foot massage? And she said, no. Now, on my way out the door, a little birdie jumped on my shoulder and said, hey, maybe ask the postpartum woman if she wants to be the one to go get the massage. I call her. I go, babe, are you sure you don't want to get the massage tonight? Like, I'm good. And she was like, no, I want to watch Top Chef. Enjoy yourself. And I went in there, had my headphones. There was a WWE, an NXT show on. I watched NXT. I had my headphones on. Oh, Don, I'm telling you.
Yep.
I'm telling you, we're getting older. Are we need it too?
No, it is. It's You got to. It's you. It's self-care.
Self-care, Donnie.
I will think about that.
I like it.
And I do get per diem. It's for food, but I guess I can use it.
It's really
for
for
that
everything.
Too.
Let's be honest. Plus, when you're with the team, how much do you really pay to eat? Right?
And the I don't want to say exactly where I am.
Yeah, I don't.
The hotel, but I'm on Santana Row. The vibe in San Jose is very, very cool.
Yes,
it's a very cool vibe here, Peter.
I'm texting you right now. I've been there. What hotel? I'm texting you right now, Don. Respond to my text.
I'm curious to the answer as well.
Yeah, I want to see what hotel you're at. No, I was there for WrestleMania. I think it's underrated, San Jose.
It is. It's a great town.
Lovely, lovely little place. Home of the great Bailey of WWE fame.
So while
that's a cool spot.
What? I'll tell you when it comes through. Huh?
Yeah.
You know, with Don's green phone, it could take days. You never know.
It is traveling nearly 3,000 miles.
Interesting.
It's traveling.
No, it's. You didn't see it?
No. Oh, he sent it to the group?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it does. I have never been.
I'm looking that up right now. By the way, I bet they have a spa.
They might. If it's the amount of stars it should be.
I'm just telling you right now, there's a chance. And there are people out there listening, I know. Some are listening and they're going, oh, Rosenberg, typical snowflake weirdo, wants a massage, whatever. I would never, blah, blah, blah.
No,
you like pedicures. You're lame.
Those who know.
But once you know.
Yeah, that's an if you know, you know.
It's called enjoying life.
Yeah, that's an if you know conversation.
My wife, so in Thailand, apparently, they're like literally $10 for an hour or whatever because of the exchange rate.
What?
My wife, on her trips to Thailand, which she's done several times, she's a psycho. I want you to know my wife is a psycho. She would stop.
She married you.
Exactly. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
On a day where she's out shooting and doing her thing, she would stop 2 or 3 times and go again.
Really?
$10, why not?
It's $10.
Why not?
Throw them a nice tip too. Here you go.
Right. What, are you
Stop
kidding?
it for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a Starbucks run.
By the way, it really is. And if you're at the airport, it's half a Starbucks run.
Exactly. It's the tip for your Starbucks run.
Well, enjoy yourself, Don.
Yeah.
You're killing
Thank
it out
you.
there in spite of the loss. This is going swimmingly so far.
Yeah, I'm making sure everybody at ESPN can hear this stuff too because it's really good. In the meantime, again, 800-919-3776. Again, as if I said it once before, but I'm saying it now to begin the show. So please be part of the conversation, as you always are. Hi to everybody on YouTube watching in the comments. Peter's always monitoring as well.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Ask questions there as well as part of everything that we're going to talk about. A couple of guests today, correct? We do. Jeff Passan, who
right now, yes.
That's true. It could always change.
He could change his mind.
He did have to push yesterday's interview to today, so we got him at 4. And as usual,
you suck, Busick.
Yeah, Booger McFarland.
First time today.
Booger McFarland will
hits
join
every
us
time.
at 4:30. We have a list, don't we?
Oh yeah, we do.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
No, we got it. Well, no.
Said the man.
But
who
we
might not
were
be
going to
prepared.
collab on it. We should talk during the break.
We'll discuss. Yeah, we're going to definitely discuss.
We could almost talk it through out loud and make the list as a family.
You want to do it that way?
Like,
Don, how do you
We've
feel
never done
about
that
this?
before.
It could be fun though as a
If
as
we
a
just
family.
do a kitchen table conversation, and in the end, that's our list.
And like people can call up during the segment and make their case because it's a fun list.
Yeah, we'll curate it live, and then at the end of the
I like
segment,
it.
we will deliver.
Let's do it.
You like that?
So what's the topic?
The topic it came up yesterday when who were we talking about? Going there?
I forget.
Travis Kelce.
Travis
Oh,
Kelce.
Kelsey ending up
I
like
said,
somewhere else.
I said, what if Travis Kelce, he can't. I said he can't leave the Chiefs and end up in Jabroni land.
And I asked, what is Jabroni?
And he said, and then we realized, I just say words, I don't know what they mean when I say them, but as we talked through it, what we realized Jabroni land is when you have a career somewhere spectacular, and then you end up in a jersey that no one's ever going to picture you in. It's just not right. It's just like, why is that guy? And the obvious one, to give everyone the example, would be obviously Jordan in the Wizards jersey.
Yeah.
Respectfully to my hometown.
Right.
It's just not right.
That is probably the
mascot version.
Yeah. That would be the example given in the dictionary.
But there are
of
a
Jabroni.
lot of good ones.
I've got my list because I did
You
this
already have 5.
early in COVID.
You did the same
but
thing?
I definitely have 5. And the other thing
Oh, wow.
that I used to do, especially when I was growing up, whenever there'd be a trade rumor, I would say to myself whether it's going to happen or not based on can I picture that player in that jersey.
Right.
And I can't do it. It's not that the trade's not going to happen. And then if it does happen, you're just kind of floored. So to me, it's not just I can't believe he's there. That look of that player wearing that jersey. There's a bunch of them that are really good, and I can't wait because when we're done, guys, to put the pictures up, when Jake puts it together
it'd be
and sends
great.
it out. It's just because a lot of people may not remember certain players playing on teams. Football's really big with this, but baseball too, where it's just like, oh my God, I forgot.
Well, the NBA in the last 10 years has suddenly become that as well, where there are players in one we're actually going to talk about today, who happens to be in the old headlines that we'll get to. But I love this list. I think it'll be fun, and we'll get everybody part of it. Now, since we have guests at 4 and 4:30,
right?
Are we doing this list at 4:45, or are we going to move this into the 5 o'clock hour?
5:30 list.
All right, Jacob suggests 5:30.
I think it could be fun at 5:30.
All right, 5:30
I think
it
it'd be
is.
a lot of fun at 5:30.
Give
I love
everybody
what you
time, and you can also be part of that conversation.
Take
again.
it off.
800,
Take it all off.
800-919-3776. And, of course, on the YouTube channel as well. We say hi to everybody there, and we'll see some of the suggestions that'll be in the comments. In the meantime, the Knicks lose again last night. That was a butt ugly game, especially that second half. It was not a good game. And, the suggestion during preseason was that there were going to be days like this. And what it looked like for one quarter, that second quarter. Now, Don, I know you were working. Peter, I'm not sure how much you were able to take in the game. But if I told you that
but I really appreciate, though, the being able to feel it through the text thread.
Yeah, I was a little.
How poorly they were shooting, what's going on with Cat. I did get a sense, and then I read up and watched all the highlights after the game.
This is what happens when I'm not on the broadcast, and I have to watch someone else talk about it. It makes me, that I need to get it out somehow, some way, so you guys had to deal with it. The Knicks scored 45 points in the second quarter. Then they scored 40 in the second half. That's all you need to know. That was the best and the worst of what it looks like when it comes to the offense. But there's two takeaways from this game. The Giannis stuff, I almost feel like I want to save. Like, I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to give you door one, door two. Mm-hmm. Do you want my take on the Karl-Anthony Towns of it all, that basically all fingers pointed at him after the game, including Mike Brown, who didn't even hesitate to call him out publicly? Or do you want what Giannis said after the game about all the rumors and what I would love to tell you about the reality and the truth behind what he said? Pick one. Which one do you want?
Well,
we'll do them both,
the
but what do you
latter
want
one
first?
Seems sexier.
Yeah.
The latter
Give us the sexy.
You want the sexy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so obvious. First of all, he played great. No surprise. He's started the season off unreal. He had 37 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks. He was phenomenal. He had one drive to the basket that he took 7 steps. No one called the travel, but this is Giannis.
Oh, my God, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, you saw the replay of that, right?
That was pretty nice.
And
Jamal Crawford's
also,
like, how many steps,
Tirico
Reg?
trying to explain why it's legal.
Oh, because of
that?
the ball in the head. Like,
but
that whole thing
what was
is
the word that he used?
The gather.
Yes.
It's like that's what they're trying to say, but we all know that's a bunch of crap. He Jamal Crawford just looked at Reggie Miller. You could hear him go, Reg, how many steps, Reg? Like, they know that it's bogus, but it's the way it's officiated. 7. But when he's in a Knicks jersey next season, we're going to say it's great. So don't worry about it. But
he was gathering.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was gathering at the 3-point line. Nobody does that. So during the game, he makes a big bucket. You could see the momentum swinging. The Knicks offense was awful. They couldn't make a shot. They were 13 of 40 from 3-point range. There were a bunch of guys that couldn't shoot. It was really bad in the second half. And then Towns had his own thing we'll talk about. But you could feel momentum had turned, and they were going to win the game. He makes a layup. He turns, and the crowd's going crazy. Knicks called timeout, and he said, "This is my city." You can read his lips. And then he's like, I'm built for this. Whatever he was saying. He was saying some kind of like, I'm built for this. I want, like, whatever it is. And so, like, he was really being demonstrative. So after the game, the right thing to do by the media is to let the local media ask about the game, which they did. And then came talking about, okay, well, there's a relationship now with you and the Knicks pretty clearly. So let's get to the point. And I give credit to Ian Begley and Steph Bondy, who both right away went to him with the ESPN report that said that if you were going to be traded, the only place you wanted to go was to the Knicks. His response was well scripted and well delivered, and none of it was really that true.
Going back to the ESPN report from earlier this month, part of it was that if you were traded, you'd prefer to go to the Knicks.
Who said that?
It was an ESPN report that Shams.
I don't read that.
I was wondering if that is true, and if it is or it's not. Okay.
I don't remember that. Right now I'm here representing my team, and that's it. We beat the Knicks, So doesn't really matter. What matters right now? We have a game in 2 days against Golden State. Try to stay locked in and get 2 in a row. But I didn't read that article. Try to stay away from all that rumors and I don't know how you call it, speculations and trade and all this. It doesn't concern me one bit. I try to involve myself and try to help my team win games.
Okay. So everything he said there is scripted. This is what all of the superstars who are in trade rumors, when we all know, like Giannis knows that we know, and we know that Giannis knows. So you play this game. Back back in November. You want to drop? Go ahead. November of 2010, the Knicks went to Denver. I was covering the team. I was a beat writer. And I knew from talking to Carmelo Anthony that morning, like there's like Knicks didn't get LeBron. I told him, you're next. And he laughed. He's like, you think so? I'm like, yeah, you're next. You're going to be the guy. So it started to become a thing. And so after the game, he was asked all the stuff about the Knicks and speculated. He's like, I don't know what's going on with that. Like he was saying all the right things. But we all knew his contract was coming up and he wanted to leave Denver. So Giannis is in the same place as I explained yesterday. So he had to say things like, what Rafael Palmeiro said. I misremember. I don't know what you're talking about, right? I don't remember any of that stuff. It was a month ago. But you told us you remembered that the Knicks swept your team last year. But you don't remember a major story about you and a team that you want to be traded to? Okay, so we're not buying that, but he's got to say it. But the key phrase, they always leave you one little Easter egg, these guys, whenever they talk. There was a non-denial denial in that answer. Mm-hmm. But there was also, right now, I'm here. He kept the right now. And he said it twice in his response, right now. So that's his little wink that tells you, yeah, for now. Remember I told you, he said, in 7 months, I'm allowed to change my mind. 7 months is the summer. So he's telling everybody, right now, this is where I am. But he's not saying he's here for good. And he knows it, we know it, but he can't say it. And that's why he gave the answer he gave after the game. And it's going to continue all season.
And I also don't appreciate the whole, the media, as if, like, this is all being made up.
I don't pay attention to speculation.
Yeah.
Like, I just create it.
Yeah, this is all just made up by the media, and poor Giannis has to now deal with it when the media gets used to send out the message. And It's all, listen, maybe he'll stay there. Maybe he'll go someplace else. Who the heck knows? But it's a story when they want it to be a story, and then everybody's a bad guy when they don't want it to be a story anymore. So I'm glad it's over. But I did want to get at least the sense of it. Now let's get to the offensive side of things for the Knicks.
Yeah, well, that's coming up. 800-919-3776. Right, because currently the team is going through what a lot of those inside the organization expected was going to take some time. But what you didn't expect was going to be resistance from one of the star players. You saw that last night. There was a bit of a, I'm not going to say rebellion, but in the second half, Mike Brown suddenly had a problem, and he had to handle it. And he handled it after the game. So that is something to discuss. But I am curious, again, for Knicks fans, when you watched Giannis last night, he looked a little extra motivated. He looked like he wanted to put on a show. He looked like a guy that said, oh, you didn't want to trade for me? Let me show you what you're missing. Like, he definitely had something going on personal on that court. And when he comes to the Garden in another month, he's going to face these questions again, and he's going to face a lot more of the scrutiny again. But this time he's going to do it in the Garden where fans he's going to hear from as well. There are Knicks fans that told me, I don't want to trade for Giannis. I don't want to do that. I don't want to blow up the roster. When you watched him last night,
I think you have to look at it.
Was there any part of you that said, I don't want this guy?
I like Mike Tannenbaum, but
I didn't want his
not on this though.
That was not
on this.
But no, you cannot watch that guy play and think I don't want in on this. Now that may be a separate thought from, well, I'm not willing to give up X player. Who knows?
Well,
but how do you watch this guy?
It's a complicated trade, but if you know, and we all know, again, wink, wink, this is where he wants to be. And this is the one place he wants to be when he's finally done in Milwaukee, which is probably the end of the season. This is where he wants to be. Do you say to yourself, yeah, by the end of the year, if this team doesn't win a championship, now the championship changes everything, I think. But if you don't win a title.
Or fighting for a title. They go 6 in the finals. It's hard. You blow it up.
Okay.
That would be crazy.
Well, that's what I want to know. Like, what is it that would tell you they shouldn't do this?
We got to see it, unfortunately.
Because, like I said, his words last night were not of a man that said, I don't want to be traded and I don't want to go there.
No.
His words were, right now, here I am. And so in the meantime, I really can't talk about it. But you can. 800-919-3776. So we'll get to your calls on Giannis and the Knicks, but also the Karl-Anthony Towns of it all and where things are headed with the new coach and the Knicks star. We'll get to your calls and more football, baseball, of course, last night on the Ohtani of it all. Plenty to get to. We're just getting started. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM841631, MSRP $26,980, 0 security deposit, and 1031.25.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Did you know women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways women can reduce their risk for Alzheimer's and enhance quality of life for themselves and their loved ones living with Alzheimer's. For more information or to register, visit alzfdn.org or call 866-232-8484.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. Good afternoon. We're going to start off in Nassau County, bumper to bumper on the Southern State eastbound. A crash right after Grand Avenue off to the shoulder with police on the scene. Some heavy delays there. Go back into Valley Stream. Best of it to the outbound George, southbound Deegan and Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, already crawling from the Bruckner through to underneath the apartments. Inbound George, about 5 to 10 for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln, about a 5 to 10 minute ride. Outbound Hone, already a 10 to 15. Over in Jersey, 17 southbound, not moving much with a crash in the left lane by A&S Drive in Paramus. Traffic is pretty much at a standstill from Linwood Avenue. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees, and it should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Included with every tire purchase with paid installation, you'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's a limited lifetime tire guarantee only at Midas.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
There you go, Donnie. Little Burt Bacharach, right?
It's so funny when I called the kids earlier. There was like, they said to me, "Do you know the way, Daddy?" I was like, "Do I know the way where? Do you know the way to San Jose?" I'm like, all right, Nancy obviously got to them because they're not going to stumble upon this song.
That Dionne Warwick?
But I wonder how San Jose feels about that. That's the song they're known for.
What song is it again? Do you know the way to San Jose? Yeah. By Burt Bacharach?
Well, he wrote it, I believe.
Wrote it.
That's performed by
Dionne Warwick.
Yeah.
You've heard it, Peter.
Have I? I just heard it.
Well, here's what you need
never
to
heard
hear.
That song before?
Do you know the way to San Jose
Oh,
by
yeah.
Dionne Warwick?
Yeah.
I don't think I do.
I thought, wasn't it in Forrest Gump? Might have been.
It might have been.
Might have been. There was a lot of songs in there.
That's a double. I think it's a double disc soundtrack, right?
It's
a double disc.
Yes, it
I
is.
think.
Yes, it is. Correct.
Peter won't know this station, I don't think. Maybe you will, Alan. There was a station. It might still be exist on a WPAT.
Oh yeah.
It was a light station.
Yep.
You know, before Light FM. And I worked at a pharmacy forever. Basically, from high school through college all the way into my career, from 85 to 96. And they'd always have WPAT on. So there's some songs from back in the day that are just embedded that I assume everybody knows, but I only know because I was listening to WPAT for like 8 hours a day.
Yeah, it's like that.
And then you'd get that.
That record, for example, I can totally see being one that just like, if you don't have a particular station like that you listen to, it could easily slip through the cracks of your childhood.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned the soundtrack. The only thing I see that you could be thinking of
is what?
Is Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
No.
Burt Bacharach.
Yeah.
Are You Going to San Francisco on that one?
Yeah. Flower in Your Hair.
That's probably what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't see it on the soundtrack.
Similar vibe.
It's
just because it was in the movie doesn't mean it ended up.
Oh, there
in
it
the
is.
soundtrack.
San Francisco, Be Sure to Wear Flowers in Your Hair by John Phillips.
Yeah, that's the one.
There it is. Turn, Turn, Turn. You know that's on there.
Tell you what, the soundtrack's not terrible.
Not terrible. I mean, it's just one smash hit after another.
It's
got a lot,
but it goes through the timeline just like the movie does. So it's
can we just be honest though? Let's just have a conversation. You know who doesn't get talked about enough? We're going to go to the calls. I'm sorry. If you're Robert Zemeckis and you've made Back to the Future and Forrest Gump, that's sort of a drop your mic, walk out like, hey, I did what I did.
How did we somehow get back to the Future? It's really amazing how you pulled that off.
Well, we're living in the moment right now.
Of course.
28th to November 5th. We're in it right now.
I know we need the flux capacitor.
Now Anthony makes a great point. If I'm going to completely derail the show,
might as well
let me
just
say,
get to business.
It's already off the track.
Let me just say,
it's a matter of what end of the train is it? The roof, or how do we get back upright?
Well, no, we might as well have
this
a drink.
This is Mission Impossible. We're hanging off the train. It's all hanging off the bridge.
If we're on the train, let's get a drink, right?
Let's get one.
Let's go to the snack car. Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at MSG, baby. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Alongside me, Peter Rosenberg, you have the chance to win through the 7th of November. That's like another week. Listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of the UFC. So make your move now on the ESPN New York app. You got to be 21 and over. No purchase necessary. Void or prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
Bud Light Fight Night.
That's
just
right, baby.
Feels right.
Oh, it's going to be a night, all right.
Could have did there. It didn't feel right last night for Karl-Anthony Towns.
No, it didn't look right either.
He took, one shot in the first half, but the team, as I mentioned, had 45 points in the second quarter. The offense started to really click. It was beautiful basketball. He just wasn't involved when it comes to scoring. He was rebounding. He was drawing defense that was allowing other people to get open. It's the way it was supposed to go. Then the third quarter started. The Knicks had a 12-point lead. and it looked like Towns, like someone got in his ear and said, "You got to get some shots up. You're not getting any shots. You got to be aggressive. You got to look for your shot." Because that's what you hear all the time from people who don't care about team basketball. And I think Towns got in his own head about how I'm not involved and I got to get involved. And he forced some things and everything went to hell. And the offense fell apart. And then suddenly the Knicks saw a big lead that turned into nothing, that turned into a fight, that turned into a loss that shouldn't have been. And Mike Brown, after the game, was not happy.
We're still trying to find our way a little bit. And maybe we need to get hit in the mouth a few times to really respect it and understand it.
So he was started with that.
What did he say exactly there?
Well, it's like so you got to get hit in the mouth to really start to respect and understand the way we have to play, right?
Okay.
We got away from the way we want to play, our standard. But then he went a little deeper, and while he did, he made sure to point out who he felt was the culprit.
Our offensive stagnancy hurt our defense because the ball wasn't moving. And so as a group, we're doing this. Because everybody's just standing and watching. They're setting their defense. They're now realizing, okay, this is easy. I don't have to worry about anything else because whoever has the ball, he's going to try to take a shot or he's going to hold on to it until 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now he may pass. We don't have to move. Now we're going to get a stop. We're going to get out and run because everybody's like this. There's no energy, and we're going to punch him in the mouth.
Well, okay. We don't have him actually saying Towns, who he said Towns played great in the first half. And then he made it clear that he had to talk with Towns about the way he played in the second half, that he had to have it out with him, and that they have to keep working with him. So Towns, after the game when he met with the media, clearly had already talked to the coach, clearly also realized what he was doing or what he did in that second half, and he felt bad.
I got to do whatever is needed to win. First half I played how we needed me to play, and the game I felt switched up, and I tried to get going just in case we needed me, and I just didn't make a shot. So I pressed a little bit too much today. I had more experience than to do that, but I didn't do what we needed to do to win tonight, and that's on me. And I take full responsibility on that. Accountability is something big in this locker room, and I always will do that.
So he owned it. He did own it, which was just him. Now, Don, the Mike Brown talking about Towns directly is almost a minute long. I know how you feel about these long cuts.
How's
you want
the
to
audio,
avoid it
please?
and just I didn't think the audio was very good either. So you want to just take my word for it that he called him out?
Yes.
Okay. But you hear Towns turning around saying,
yeah, right away.
Okay.
Clearly had a conversation.
Yeah, and then so Jalen Brunson then it also talked about, Towns did have a tough time that he's adjusting and all. But, of course, typical captain, what did he say? He said it was his fault.
At the end of the day, Cat was playing great, and then he had a lot of gravity in the first half. You're right, it is on us to make sure that everyone's eating, everyone's feeding off each other. I didn't do a good job of that. Part of the reason why we lost. I got to continue to obviously just be a better leader and be better at that part of my game, and we would have came away with the win.
Typical Brunson, making sure that Towns isn't the only one that's taking the blame. But what do we read of this? To me, it's 4 games in of a new system that everybody's still trying to figure out. And for Towns especially, who's more comfortable at the 5, they're asking him to play 4. He's got to figure out different roles. And sometimes they're saying to him, there's going to be games where the other team's just trying to take you out of the game. And guess what? You're probably not going to get to 25 points. You're probably going to just be the guy that's going to draw defense and open it up for everybody else. But all we care about is winning now, right? Not stats. And that's easier said than done, especially early in a season.
Well, I'm confused, Alan. Help me out with this.
Go ahead.
I told you this was all going to happen, right? What's wrong with the Knicks? Even though everybody and their mother understood there was going to be an adjustment. And even the Knicks kind of tamped down expectations all, summer long. And even going into the season by having Mitchell Robinson have a load management day on opening night.
Right.
That in this market, their people are going to they're not going to be patient. Even though they're told to be patient, that there's going to be growing pains. You've got a new coach. You've got a new system to learn. We're 4 games in, couple of losses in a row, and already what's wrong with the Knicks? But the thing that confuses me, Alan, it's coming from the Knicks. Why can't the Knicks just say, hey, it's early. Camp is short. We're only 4 games in. We grabbed the first 2 games. We're 2-0. We took on 2 tough teams. They haven't lost to Milwaukee in forever. So that was due to change, and they got a world-class player. Miami, that's a tough spot. Why did they lose? The offense disappeared in both games.
Right.
Why? Because you're adjusting to a new system. So why are we calling players out? Why are we sounding frustration from the coach and the captain and the star player of the team when all they did was tell you all summer long, it's going to take time. So why are they the ones seeming so upset with the way they're playing when this just flat out makes sense? Just say, it's early. We're making adjustments. So what's the truth, Alan? Is it a slow burn, or do they want to win right away? Like, what exactly is the mission statement? Because it sounds like coming off that loss that they should be doing better. They should be winning right away.
Yeah.
When all summer long we were told the opposite.
Don, they should be 4-0. They should be 4-0 because in both games they had the ability to win. The problem wasn't simply missing shots. Like Miami game, they missed a lot of open shots. They did. But what you were seeing, though, I think why Mike Brown's annoyed is because he's looking at a star player and he's seeing resistance. And he's like, listen, you got to buy in. And look, Towns had, he was at the podium before the season opener. And somebody asked him how he's adjusting. He's like, yeah, I'm still figuring it out. But he had the body language of someone that wasn't all in. He had the body language of someone that was like, I guess I'll try. He is the one I think they're trying to drag in and buy in because I think he's looking at whatever they want him to do and saying, I don't know if I like this. Like, look, they moved on from Tom Thibodeau. The entire locker room didn't want to have Tom Thibodeau fired. There were some players who certainly expressed an opinion, and it was enough to make everyone feel like they got to make a change. Mm-hmm. But you've heard Jalen Brunson. He's very careful not to make comparisons to the past. He's very careful not to say, "Oh, this is so awesome. This is so much better."
When you could hear how much he cared when it went down.
Absolutely,
he was not thrilled.
Yeah, so he's careful. Towns, though, Towns seems like he misses Tibbs more than anybody does, which is amazing. Guys like OG, guys like Bridges, like they look thrilled, right, with this system and those styles.
Not everybody is going to be on board with whatever the move is.
But Towns
right?
is really the one.
Some resistance.
Towns is the one struggling the most here. Clearly, Brunson's already figured it out. The guy's averaging 30 every night. It's insane what he's doing to start the season.
And that game turned when he got hurt, right? That seems to be the turning point in the game.
Yeah,
he wiped out.
Thank God he stayed in though, and he said he's fine.
And he said he's fine, but that led to...
But he's still at 36.
No, he was...
And he still shot great from the floor.
The vibe changed after he wiped out, and they got points off that and everything else. And remember, the loss to Miami, they sat on a tarmac until 2 o'clock in the morning. There's some excuses here. So by
the way, also, real quick, we don't know where they're going to land by the end of the year, but let's not act like losing in a hard-fought game, losing to Milwaukee is like a nightmare situation.
Oh, no.
This is not.
No. What I think is the concern is that your second best player is not bought in. And you hear the frustration from the coach thinking, everything will be fine. Look at that second quarter. That's what it's going to look like when everybody buys in, but it has to be for 4 quarters. And it can't be, I haven't gotten a shot yet. I want the ball. And that's going to be a fight early in the season right now that he's got to win. Is he going to win it, though?
Well, we can talk about this with the people, 1-800-919-3776. But I don't want, it's not, even someone not buying in earlier. I've seen other yo-yos in media in the market losing their mind after 4 games. Like, these moments for players can take time to gel. You know how many stories there are in the NBA of head coaches and players who the first half of a season did not like each other, and they're the main ones hugging, smoking cigars when the championship gets won?
It's a long season.
It's a long time and an adjustment for a player like Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised New York overreacting. I'm just surprised that the Knicks seem to be reacting this way. But I'm wondering, and I'll answer this coming up or tell you coming up, is there something else Cat's going through? There might be something else, guys.
Really?
That goes beyond making an adjustment to a new coach.
Interesting.
I need to know what this is.
I thought it was a setup for BetterHelp, but it's not.
It sounds like a setup, but I'll take it. That's coming up next. But first, Peter.
No, I don't have anything.
I thought you did.
No.
Well, you picked up
you said
picked up
BetterHelp.
papers like you were ready to go.
Well, I'm just looking to see what's going on.
Well, okay then.
You want to just keep talking when we come back?
Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll take more calls.
Yeah.
Let's go to break.
Yeah.
Shop new fall offers at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease your 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $199 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-5S for as low as $229 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. Plus, enjoy 1 year of complimentary Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just 1 day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you, Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
One of Don's favorite artists.
I think he's very underrated.
You just love him because he waved to your kids.
Peter, who thinks that like Ringo was just along for the ride, and he reminds you that he was amazing in himself. So.
He kept time.
No, it's so funny. I really do. I barely know his solo stuff, but that's a good.
He's got a couple going. This is a great one. This is one of my favorites of his. Speaking of keeping time, we have game time, and it's brought to you by Tullamore Irish Whiskey. Because boys, when it's game time,
no, don't do it. We don't have enough time.
Do it.
We don't have enough time.
Do it. I like when he holds it.
It's totally time.
We have plenty of time. Why? Only one team in action tonight. After like the last two nights has been incredibly busy. Tonight, quiet. Nets host the Atlanta Hawks. That's it.
That's quiet.
That's very quiet.
That's
7:30. Jacob already
quiet.
told me he's good. You're going to catch up on something you're streaming, I'm guessing? Yeah. The Nets have 3 block shots on the season. That's it.
That's interesting.
That's
only 3 more than me.
That's it. We got to do better.
That's a mess, man.
Yeah, I don't know. We all know what's going on there, but it's a bad look. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Quickly, Jets with a little trade here. Michael Carter, the nickel back, was traded for John Mechie. The Eagles didn't use Mechie at all. The Jets need wide receivers. And so the former Alabama standout is now at the Jets. And Michael Carter, who was a highly regarded corner who was very good in the nickel.
Yeah.
He is now headed to Philly.
By the way.
And a 7th-round pick, too, by the way.
Congratulations. I just want to say, wherever they're having dinner tonight in the Carter household, enjoy it.
You get out of
like that dinner.
You get out of Jetland.
I don't know where they're going to go tonight. Philippe Chow or Say Less. Wherever they go and just pop a bottle to go compete for a championship.
We have to discuss the Jets, even though we shouldn't, but we should because there's something more tone deaf from the owner. Well, we'll get to it. But Don, you teased something about a theory you have about Towns and why.
And we truly have no idea where you're going.
I don't know where you're going. I'm
now listen, and maybe you'll kill this theory that I have.
All right.
And I won't say conspiracy theory because I think there's something to this. All right, he's probably not completely on board with the coaching change, right? And guys, he's playing in Milwaukee. All the conversation is about a possible deal for Giannis. Who do you think is going to go in that deal? You don't think he knows that? You don't think that as he's adjusting to a new coach, there's still the possibility that he's not going to be here when it's all said and done? So every time they talk about Giannis, he has to be thinking, all right, I'm probably the guy that's going in that deal, right?
One of.
Yeah, one of, exactly. It's not going to be a one-for-one.
Well, it's not Jalen Brunson. Everybody else, if your name's not Jalen Brunson,
I gotta
you
say,
might be in the package.
I got to say, Donnie,
Good stuff.
You're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
He's more than just your yo-yo devil.
You're
boy,
good.
Okay.
No, you have a gift. Yes, you do.
So there is something to this.
I think you're right because if you remember, the conversations about the Knicks and the Bucks were in August. That's what the report was. They talked in August. Mm-hmm. I mean, this stuff doesn't happen in a vacuum.
No.
Players hear about it. Everybody
Vacuums
knows
are small.
And it's not crazy to think that he's coming in and he's got that hovering, and he's got to know I'm going to be in that deal. Like him and OG Anunoby are probably the two pieces, right? That would be talked about the most. And yeah, I think there's something to that.
It's a good call, Don.
And you would think the other way is for him to play out of his mind and say, "Why would you ever want to trade me? Look what I can do." But instead, it seems, is it in his head? On top of the fact that they were asking him to sacrifice his numbers in a system that he's not quite sure he knows how to fit. Very interesting theory.
Or that he's even going to be a part of when it's all said and done. I mean, this is a work in progress. Tibbs was the first pendulum to fall of what eventually is going to be this next great Knick team. bring in the right coach, eventually bring in the star player to complement Brunson. So that puts everybody else on notice. And here's a guy that seemed more attached to the previous regime. He's trying to make sacrifices to be better, and they may be sacrifices that will be on another NBA team next year, whether it's Milwaukee or whoever the third team is to kind of make this deal. So I'm not saying he's necessarily even, conscious of it to the point where it like bothers him day in and day out.
But it's human nature.
Long-term thought, especially in the city where all the conversation is about Giannis. You're thinking, am I even going to be a part of this when this happens?
Yeah, no. I think it's fair for you to bring that up because it's also, if you're Towns, it's human for you to have that in the back of your mind. You still got to learn how to play without it, but I wouldn't blame him for having that and having that bother him. We'll get to calls in a moment. YouTube TV customers, though, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. So take action now. Go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN. Nick in Woodbridge, start us off, Nick.
Go ahead.
What's up, Nick?
Nick.
Go for it.
Nick.
Oh, hey, guys. Sorry about that.
Gotcha.
Thanks for taking the call. So a couple things. Like, Don, I think you're spot on. Like, it is a little weird that the Knicks seem to be drawing attention to the slow start, when in reality, I think, last year they started 6-6, and nobody was, we weren't in full-fledged panic mode. I think what looks weird for me so far is the shot selection that Cat's getting, and what I can't get past is that report that he came out and said that he had a grade 2 quad strain. If that's the case, he shouldn't be playing. And I don't understand why they would risk his long-term health.
Well, he wants to play.
Like, he doesn't look right.
Well, Nick,
he doesn't look right.
All right, so I was standing next to him when he revealed that to us after the home opener. And he just said, somebody asked, are you in pain? You were questionable. And he just said, I've got a grade 2 quad strain. And he said, but I wanted to play. I didn't want to let the fans down. And so he's continued to play. And I can tell you that this team is look what they're doing with Robinson. They are being overly cautious when it comes to injury and resting players when they need to be rested. And so they wouldn't let him play if he could damage it further. He wants to play. That's what that's about. So I don't – there's nothing on that part. Is he playing through something? Yes, but he wants to play. So that's one thing. But, it's still the other stuff like Don said, I think there's a lot going on mentally with Towns. I don't think it's physical. I think it's mental with him right now between the system and the rumors and everything else. I think he's dealing with that more than anything. One more quick. Harris in Long Island. Harris.
Hey, what's happening? Thanks for taking my call. Just a real quick thing on the Knicks. It's only 4 games, but essentially this is the same group of players as last year. So while they do have a new coach, other than a couple of guys on the bench, it's the same guys.
Right.
And to go into, these last two, the Cleveland game, they played well. Cleveland missing more talent than the Knicks were that night. It's game 1, game 2, Celtics don't look very good. The last 2 games, when you're like a quote-unquote big team, like you're going to be a 56, 58 win team, and you're going to really be in the hunt for a championship, you don't lose to that group of Bucks last night. I mean, that was other than Giannis, you saw that lineup.
Well, all I'll say, Harris, is what we saw, and thanks for the call. We saw the good and the bad. Because the second quarter was the team that should have blown the Bucks off the court. That's what you saw. Second half, there were issues. The offense got stuck, and then Giannis just took over like a great player does when it's a close game. And so that's what you saw there. But we'll get more into the Knick conversation later in the show. A lot more to talk about there, especially on the Giannis side of things and your calls. But coming up, so we had a World Series game last night again, and this time the Blue Jays showed up and tied the series. So now we got ourselves a series. Jeff Passan was there. He's going to join us next to discuss that and, of course, the Ohtani of it all. Stay with us. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, fall into savings with unstoppable savings across their full lineup of Honda cars, trucks, SUVs, hybrids, and EVs during the Fall for Honda sales event. You can get the HR-V all-wheel drive LX for $299 a month with 0 down during the Fall for Honda sales event. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 39 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, 0 down plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Download it.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window and Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window and Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window and Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window and Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
403 in the big city with Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. 800-919-3776 is the number. We will get back to your calls in the conversation momentarily. So of all the things that were going on last night, of course, Don calling the Devils in Colorado a wild game. The Devils' 8-game winning streak comes to an end. What a crazy game that was. And 8-4, right, Don? I keep thinking it was 5, but it was 8-4 final, which is that's a lot of offense. And now you're in San Jose, continuing the trip. The Knicks, they now even their record at 2-2 with their second straight loss. They start a road trip with 2 losses. An ugly one, a bad second half in Milwaukee. Giannis goes off. More on Giannis, of course, and the connecting to the Knicks. But some drama already early in Mike Brown's tenure with Karl-Anthony Towns and issues of him buying into the offense. So that was going on last night. And then there was the World Series game, which the Blue Jays, like you wondered who was going to have any energy after that epic 18-inning performance in Game 3 that the Dodgers won on a walk-off home run by Freddie Freeman. And it was Vlad Guerrero, guys, who seemed to set the tone early and kind of took back a little bit of the star talk. Shohei Ohtani, who had the incredible, 9 times on base, 2 home runs, 2 doubles. They had to walk him every time intentionally because they were just so afraid of him. He started on the mound. He wasn't terrible on the mound, but he wasn't good. He was fine. Yeah, he was fine.
But he gave up a home run and never had the lead.
The Vlad home run was the big hit. But you could see he was really laboring. Like he was fighting his way through it. But offensively, also brought it on the table. You wonder if he was fatigued. you wonder if the very next day, that's a tough
could
thing.
you not be?
You're asking him to pitch,
9 at bats,
hit, and it's less than 24 hours
and
after
remember,
the game ended.
And 9 at bats, sure, 5 walks, but on the bases 9 different times done. There's a lot expended there, and mentally and physically. It's a long night.
And I still feel there was that one play, I guess it was in the 10th inning, when he had to run the bases where it looked like something had irritated him. It ended up being nothing that they talked about, but something just didn't seem to be right, whether that had anything to do with it or, you know what, Toronto's a really good offensive team. So good job bouncing back. You asked about, Peter, like, how do you get up from a loss like that? Well, that's how baseball is, right? That momentum sometimes doesn't carry over. And Toronto, even the series, and I think it's great. I want to see 7, and now we got a chance at that.
Yeah, Game 5 tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern in L.A., the last game in L.A. before the series then will now definitely move back to Toronto. Well, the man covering all of it for us at ESPN, Jeff Passan, kind enough to join us here. And I'm sure it's the game after game after game in this type of a series, but because of what happened in Game 3, do you ever catch up on rest at this point, Jeff?
No, but that's okay. I have the best job in the world. Why would I need to rest?
Well, not even yesterday when you canceled on us?
I love it. Oh, wow. Peter went right for it.
Peter said that.
Went right for it.
That's not
he's the one.
Soon.
He said, I said, you're a nice man. He said, no, I'm not. I have to cancel. I said, oh, don't worry about it. He said, I'll wear it tomorrow. So I had to give it to him. He asked for it. Yeah.
Right in. Okay.
So I hope you got a little snoozy.
I did. That's actually fair. And here's the thing. It was very precise the way you just cut my throat. So I appreciate that.
It was a clean cut.
Listen, I'm honestly just jealous of you, though. The truth is, like, I think all 3 of us.
Well, tell him what you thought when you looked up and there he was on SportsCenter.
What did I think?
Yesterday.
What did I think?
Oh, he.
What took a little
big time dust for sports?
I didn't. Hold on. I did not.
We lost the face off to sports.
See, now they're making it up. It's not enough that I take a shot. Now you got to make things up.
Look, I was here.
What I was going to say. What I was going to say is just like, to me, your job at this moment, Jeff, it's not necessarily always sexy on May 17th, but right now, this is the envy of the sports world to be watching what's happening in Los Angeles. Like, you were telling me yesterday that it's something you just have to see in person. Can you compare sort of the feeling around this Shohei Ohtani Dodger World Series situation to anything you covered previously in baseball?
It's LeBron. It's Messi. It's seeing the absolute best player in the world at his absolute peak doing absolutely incredible things. And I've been covering baseball almost a quarter century now, guys. I've seen some unbelievable players, first ballot, no doubt, inner circle Hall of Famers. I have not seen anything like Ohtani. And the beauty of Shohei Ohtani to me is when you show up at the ballpark any day, you have absolutely no idea what he's going to do to blow your mind. Whether it is a tape measure home run or whether it's throwing consistently at 100 miles per hour or whether it's, I just look at last year. The guy wasn't pitching and he's like, I think I'm going to do something else. And it's almost like, Ice Cube messed around, got a triple-double. Shohei Ohtani messed around and stole 50 bases. Like it wasn't even part of his bag, but he made it such. And when you have somebody who is that gifted, that talented, and works the way he does to extract the best out of himself, it's a majestic thing to witness.
As somebody that really loves baseball, like history, what I was thinking about while I was watching Game 3, and I know it's Game 3, and we don't know what the rest of the series is going to be like, but that Game 3, Jeff's going to be a classic that they're going to show on whatever ESPN Classic is 50 years from now. And there's going to be some baseball historian that's going to watch this game to look at Ohtani and go, oh, my God, Max Scherzer started that game. Oh, my God, Clayton Kershaw came in relief. Yeah. Oh, my God, they're walking Ohtani to face Mookie Betts? I just think that game has the potential to age just so gracefully in just the amount of Hall of Famers, firepower. That was an absolute classic, and it has to be honored by having a 7-game series. Like, this couldn't end with the Dodgers winning in 5. I think that Game 3, Jeff, is going to age like a fine wine.
I hope you're right, because I hope 50 years from now, I fear, Don, that right now there's a large swath of people who don't have the patience for what is truly an investment in time. I mean, 6.5 hours is no joke for any sporting event, regardless of what the stakes are. And so to have as many people, I think, stick around at the game as did, to have as many people who stayed up till almost 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time watching it was a real testament to how great it actually was. But part of being a baseball fan is understanding that sometimes the ride's going to be a little longer than you expected, and just buckle up and enjoy it. And it reminded me, frankly, a lot of hockey overtime. I am not the biggest hockey fan in the world, but I'll tell you what, when the Stanley Cup playoffs are going on and when games get into overtime, that is when I will tune in, because any mistake that happens, the game can end right there. And the idea that at any moment, if one of these pitchers makes a mistake, the game could be over, particularly when the Dodgers were at the plate, and that's exactly what happened with Brandon Little giving a center cut sinker to Freddie Freeman. But at any moment, this thing can just, this glorious event that you have invested so much time in can just stop. The sudden deathness of it all is just so cool to me, and it makes every pitch matter more. And it's why watching Will Klein do what he did. Mm-hmm. I mean, Will Klein was a guy who I imagine 99% of people who were tuning into that game didn't even know who he was. He was telling me yesterday, he was at the Dodgers complex out in Arizona, just trying to stay hot, pitching once, twice, maybe a week. And they brought him in to do some live at bats, and he was throwing strikes and the stuff looked good, and the Dodgers were like, all right, you're on our World Series roster. He was shocked by that. And then he comes in after a season in which he had maxed out at 2 innings and maxed out at 36 pitches and goes 4 innings and 72 pitches. And it's like the guy needed twice the effort for a moment that was 1,000 times bigger than any he'd ever had.
And then Jeff, after that, he gets greeted in the locker room by Sandy Koufax.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah. It's a day. It's a bit of a day.
That's not bad.
I was standing there when that happened, and you got to understand, when Sandy Koufax walks into a room, the room stops. I was quite literally talking with Will Klein, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw Sandy Koufax and looked at Will, and I was like, "Excuse me," and just took 3 steps back, and wanted to make sure. I wasn't positive that he was coming over, but I assumed that was the plan. And when you are in Sandy Koufax's presence, there are very few athletes who leave me speechless. Still, he is one of them.
And that's one of those moments where you're like, he's not here to talk to me. Let them have the moment, right? And just be the fly on the wall.
Trust me, I've talked to Sandy Koufax once. It was for my book, and I got a call the day before, and they said, "Can you be in Phoenix tomorrow?" And I said, "I absolutely can." And I think we talked for 30, 45 minutes, and it was one of the coolest conversations I've ever had.
Well, we had a conversation yesterday, Jeff, and we're talking with Jeff Passan on the World Series. We have Game 5 tonight. The series is tied at 2 after the Blue Jays get the win last night. And one thing that we kicked around, and I'm wondering how you feel about it, is the idea that Ohtani was so good that John Schneider's like, I'm done. We're putting him on base. In fact, we're putting him on base to lead off an inning and extra innings. We don't care. We're putting him on base. We're not letting him beat us anymore. And I don't want to speak for Don, but Don made a great case about how, you mentioned overtime hockey in the playoffs. There'd never be a time where the other coach would say, all right, we're taking Connor McDavid out of the game. We're just going to, whatever you have to do you don't remove the best player from the game, but you can do that in baseball. And so did you find that to be a problem? Someone's like, whoa, they're in the 14th inning. Yeah, I'm tuning in, but you never get to see Ohtani hit.
Literally happened to me, Jeff. I'm watching my stupid Commanders lose to the Chiefs, and then I see 2 home runs, 2 doubles. Oh, my God, let me get to the World Series. Never saw the man move his bat.
Right. So there's a thought that it could be bad for the sport. I see it as strategy. How do you see it?
I see it as strategy too, and I don't see it there being very many scenarios in which that's going to come up again. I mean, we've seen it happen with Barry Bonds in the past, right? We've seen it happen after Albert Pujols hit 3 home runs in a game in the World Series back, I think it was in 2011 maybe. We saw that again. He got intentionally walked at odd times the next day. If this becomes a thing where Ohtani becomes all too powerful and starts getting intentionally walked to the point where it's becoming destructive to the sport, yeah, there will be something legislated in, I'm sure, to prevent that from happening. But can you blame him? Like,
no.
In baseball, you have the ability to say, I am not going to lose to their best player. And that's exactly what John Schneider did. I think the way that Ohtani was locked in that night, you can't blame him one bit for that. And I feel like if you're the manager of the opposing team and Ohtani's the one who walks you off there, you're going to be kicking yourself forever. Like, did I have that much hubris to think that we could get around him? If they had gone yesterday and walked Ohtani intentionally in the first inning, leading off a game, that would have been, that's a little much. And you saw the way that they pitched him the rest of the game, especially when it was close in the middle innings. But I think when it was all said and done, that was a unique situation and one we're probably not going to see often enough to make changes to the game that comes with.
We're talking to Jeff Passan here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. A little bit later on, we'll talk to Jeff about his dad, Rich, and a sports writing scholarship that he started in his dad's honor. It's probably not a debate outside of New York, Jeff, because it's a slam dunk for Ohtani, especially with his pitching performance against the Brewers in the postseason. But here in New York, the debate still rages, who's better, Judge or Ohtani? Judge has the better WAR. Judge plays every day. Judge is a great defender in the outfield. Is there still an argument after this postseason?
No.
Who's better, Ohtani or Judge?
It's not even after this postseason. There wasn't ever an argument. As long as Ohtani is pitching, he's better. Judge is a better hitter. I think that. And I would take Aaron Judge as a hitter over Ohtani, even though.
Oh, no. The Yankees, the powers that be at the Yankees, they intentionally, they heard him answer and then started messing with his phones.
Interference right in the phone. That's it.
All right.
Levine all over it.
The second you try to go anti-Yankee in any way,
take him out.
Yeah.
It's too
crap
bad.
Shoot my ass.
That
we
is
got him back? All right, we got him back. We feel like that it was a signal that was interrupting from the Bronx somehow while you were saying that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. And Aaron Judge got very mad there. I don't know how much you guys caught of that. Ohtani's better, period. Like, as long as he's pitching, there's no doubt about it. If it's just hitting, I will take Aaron Judge. And I will take Aaron Judge all day because I think just in every element, Judge is a superior hitter. But they're the two best hitters in baseball. Ohtani just also happens to be one of the best pitchers.
Isn't it great, though, for the sport that we have that conversation? That one is on the West Coast, one is on the East Coast in major markets, and you can make an argument for either one, have that debate, and not include PEDs and not include anything like that, where it's just straight up, these two guys are two of the best players in probably the history of the sport. They're generational, no doubt about it, but it's critical for any sport when you have players of this magnitude. It's not just one, it's two. It's bird magic. I do think it's very good for baseball and seeing them on the big stage. Ohtani last year wasn't at his best in the World Series, but it's 2 years in a row, and Judge was there last year. This is only good for baseball to have these kind of conversations.
It's amazing for baseball. And I just appreciate that we are in a time now where baseball has actual stars. You know, baseball has real stars, and those real stars, they can be marketed and they can be loved and they can be seen as standard bearers for this game that all of us know is the best.
Now, Jeff, we spoke to you recently about your father because Don had stumbled across him in a book that he was reading about hockey. Connection. So we had the conversation about your dad and what he did, but I know that you're very excited about the Rich Passan Sports Writing Scholarship. Please tell us about it.
Yeah, My father passed in May of 2024. He'd worked for the Plain Dealer in Cleveland for 41 years, hosted sports talk radio on the weekends, and I would sit in with him and just soak up knowledge. And he had a lot of bad takes. I love my dad, but now I understand why people yelled at him when he was on the radio, because in a lot of ways he was your quintessential sports talk host who knew he wanted to get a rise out of fans and had a great ability to do so. But he loved journalism and he believed in the power of the written word, and we want to continue that legacy. So we are looking for the best college sports writers in the country, and we want to reward them for their devotion to the craft and for their belief in the power of the written word. And this is going to be starting for next school year, 2026-27. We'll be giving the award out in May. And if you want to apply, you can go to the National Press Club, and they have all the information on the website there. But it's something that's near and dear to my heart, my mom's heart, and it's wonderful to know that my dad's name is going to live on for a long time because of it.
That's awesome.
It's fantastic. Don, did you know that his dad had a column named Passan the Puck?
No, I did not know that.
I mean, talk about a perfect play on the name. It's phenomenal.
That is cool.
Now,
do you have an example of a bad take from your dad?
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Good call,
we
Don.
need this.
I mean, pretty much anything on the Browns, and he loved talking Browns. Like he would host. Oh, here's a bad take by my dad. This okay. Will be great. Bill Belichick is a terrible coach.
He nailed it.
That did not age well.
At the time, it wasn't that poorly received, I'm sure.
Age well.
I mean, listen, remember people forget his tenure in Cleveland. It did not go well. So at the time, Bill Belichick as a terrible coach was not all that outlandish, but yeah, I never let him forget that one.
That's awesome.
That did not age well
and Jeff, I brought this up on the air when you did it, and as you just said, you're not that big of a hockey guy, but when I'm getting ready to do my first ever Devil game, I got a bunch of text messages from people, and one of them was you reaching out to me. I thought that was amazing. You didn't have to do that. It made my day, and I really appreciated you did that. You're a good person.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that. And anybody in that vein, anyone who wants to donate to the Rich Passan Sports Writing Scholarship, can go to the National Press Club website, and there's a donation form right there.
Sounds like the perfect thing for Don to do right now after he paid you that compliment.
Right?
Back.
I mean, that seems to be the ideal thing to do.
Put my money where my mouth is.
That's exactly very successful play-by-play man right now. He's got plenty of it to throw around.
Thank you, Jeff.
We are going to share the link and everything else, Jeff, and make sure that the word gets out. Here in New York, there might be one or two budding sports writers and sports broadcasters. You never know in this city, so there'll be a lot of attention to this. We appreciate the time. I can only imagine the day that the 24 hours you had since Game 3, but this is invigorating for sure. It looks like it's going to be a really fun series, and it's already been historic. So enjoy it. Thanks for giving us the time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Mine, boys. Appreciate you having me.
All right, Jeff Passan. It's always fun.
I call him JP.
Talk to him. Yeah, he's
JP to you and me.
You just Jeep? Jeep for short?
Yep, Jeep. Now, there are a lot of reasons why people buy a Ramsey Mazda guy.
Well, give me 7 reasons.
I want 2.
It's
just
their
2.
Customer service.
There's 1.
It's their savings.
2.
You missed selection. That was the 3rd one.
You missed the selection. I said that in the beginning.
3.
You missed that. So that's 3.
We got 3 of the bonus.
Really terrific human beings. They all donate to charity. They do goodwill for people.
Good people.
And they run a heck of a company. And they also have a lease for a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5 S Select for $229 for 36 months.
Wow.
Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0595731. MSRP $31,915. 0 security deposit. This all comes to an end on 10/31/25.
What was that VIN again? I didn't get the last 2 numbers.
S0595731.
Oh, boy.
Nothing like a good VIN.
Don gives good VIN.
I do give
the best.
He gives good VIN. And Booger McFarland, he gives good takes. In fact, he had a take weeks ago about Dexter Lawrence. that we need to revisit, as that now is in the conversation around the Giants. Booger McFarland next. Stay with us. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE, back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like, D'Agostino, law, bite back?
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliate. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott. Thanks, guys. We're going to start off in Jersey, Route 3 westbound at a standstill. It's a crash involving an overturned car right after Bloomfield Avenue in Clifton. Only one lane is squeezing by. Add that to the volume. You're backed up to the Turnpike Western Spur eastbound side, packed with everybody stopping to take a look. You're jammed there from 46. Inbound George, about 5 to 10 for the upper deck, a lower level in pretty good shape. Best of it's the outbound side, West Side Highway and Henry Hudson. Deegan's southbound, bumper to bumper from the Mosholu on down. Outbound Lincoln running about 10 to 15 minutes. Outbound Holland 30 to 40. Solid slowdowns on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, heading over to the West Shore from the Verrazano on through. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Your fantasy roster is set. The smack talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
All right, now we go from baseball into football. One of our favorite people to talk to is Booger McFarland. And we've got some things to talk to him about right here, right now, because something he said on this show about a month ago is now coming to fruition here in New York. There's a little bit of back and forth going on.
Go ahead.
Carl Banks has called out Dexter Lawrence, saying he is not the same, that he's people aren't intimidated by him anymore,
right.
And by the way he's playing. And Dexter Lawrence not happy with Carl Banks right now. And so all that audio we can play for you later on. But this comes as no surprise, I would think, to Booger McFarland, who's joining us right now, as he does each week. First of all, welcome. Good to talk to you again. And second of all, you do recall telling us this, right? That you didn't like what you were seeing from Dexter Lawrence from the Giants, and he wasn't playing up to his standard, and now he's kind of being called out for it.
Well, thanks for having me, as always. I just needed to see more. I think, last year, what did he have, 9 sacks? He was an all-pro, and he was dominating. I don't see the same, or I haven't seen the same Dexter Lawrence consistently. I see it in spurts. I see moments of it. But I think we all expected him to build upon what we saw last year, and I think that's probably what a lot of people are seeing, some of the same things that I saw.
And because he's at such a high level, Booger, it's more noticeable. But you could say that a lot about a lot of the Giants' defenders. Is Carter where he needs to be? Thibodeau's been wildly inconsistent since he came into the league. So how much of this falls on coaching when you see a variety of players on the same unit underachieving?
Well, sure, coaching is some of that. But here's what I would say. Coaches don't step between the white lines. And if I'm correct, they got the same D-line coach they had last year. So sometimes the players got to take ownership. We love to blame a lot of things on coaches. Dexter Lawrence is a professional. He's paid handsomely. Brian Burns is getting the same coaching, and he's been dominating. So if whatever he's doing for Brian, I'm pretty sure he's doing the same thing for Dexter Lawrence and Abdul Carter. Rookies are going to be inconsistent. But I think overall, as a professional, you have to take ownership of your performance. And I think Dexter's got to take ownership of his. And maybe they all should try to emulate what Brian Burns is doing.
Now, how much do you put into, he had the dislocated elbow. He had off-season, had to go through the surgery. He was a little late in training camp. In fact, I don't think he really participated much in training camp at all. How much of an impact can that have?
Sure, that can have a little impact, but we're almost at the midway point of the season now. If we're running the Kentucky Derby, we're getting ready to approach the home stretch pretty quick. So you should be where you're going to be by now. You should be lathered up, ready to go. We should be seeing your best performance as long as you're healthy. And I put healthy in air quotes because everybody's always got nicks and knacks. Right. But as long as he's relatively healthy, we should be seeing the best of everybody out there right now, because you've gone through training camp. You've kind of, you started the regular season. You got your legs underneath you. You got a lot of film on tape. You've practiced a lot. And so we should be seeing people start to round in whatever form they're going to be, they should be rounding into that form right now.
The loss of Cam Scatterbo for the Giants is obviously a major problem, and It seemed like, Booger, there was this 1 + 1 = 3 thing with Jackson Dart and this kid. And obviously, I understand he's a fullback. He's not the be-all, end-all of this team, but you could feel how emotionally zapped they were. How much does this hurt this team's potential to at least do enough to keep the head coach around next year?
Well, I think the head coach's job status is going to be determined by the quarterback. Cam Scatterboo definitely brought a lot of energy to the team, and there was a motivation. There was a willing to watch factor for the audience. But if Jackson Dart continues to progress and the offense continues to put points up and you start to see a path to your franchise quarterback, I think that's going to be the number one thing as far as Brian Daboll's job. Whether or not the running back could get a few more yards or the running back did a little bit more, although it's a great story. And I think Cam Scatterboo has got a lot of people's respect. Head coaches don't keep jobs based on running back production. It's about quarterbacks in this league.
Well, I guess my one concern is just that he's like this little X factor piece that we've seen Dart rely on. I mean, I think it's four touchdowns already. There aren't a ton of offensive pieces there for Jackson Dart with Malik Neighbors down. They don't have a lot there. So I totally hear what you're saying. I guess my concern is just that it could kind of zap them. Like his value is almost higher than it should be anywhere else because this team is kind of bereft of offensive talent.
I hear you. He's a piece amongst a team that didn't have many pieces. So that point is very well taken.
But you're saying he should still be able to produce if it's going the right direction. They should be able to find a way to replace that.
Well, you got other pieces, man. Now, they may not be Malik Neighbors or Cam Scatterboo, but you got other pieces. That's why you got to watch the tape. Jackson Dart's got to throw the ball to the right people. Whether they catch it or not, he can't control that. I think the offensive line's got to block. They can't control whether the back hits the hole. So, although Cam Scatterboo has been a really, really good story, I don't want people to mistake Cam Scatterboo for Christian McCaffrey or Derrick Henry or, that guy just yet. Not saying he can't become that, but right now, I think the main thing he brought to New York was he brought an attitude, he brought hope, he brought some playmaking ability, a level of toughness. All those things I think can be made up by other people, but the main thing is the quarterback.
Speaking of the quarterback, Boog, what are your eyes telling you as we see him week after week? Because a lot of people want to, they want to say they got one. Oh, they got a guy. This is the guy. This is definitely the guy. What are your eyes telling you?
Yeah, he's a good player, man. And I think he's got the it factor. And I think that's the number one thing you have to have as far as team camaraderie and team morale. Now, as far as playing the position of quarterback, he's still got to get a little bit better. I mean, he threw the pick against Denver. Like you can't do that. I think he's got to know when the journey's over. He can't be trying to run over everybody in this league. He's got to continue to get better. But he's showing signs, man, that make you go, okay, I see it. Now I just want to see it a little bit more often and a little bit more consistently, which I think over the course of a quarterback's first couple of years, you'll start to see that. So I'm not willing to anoint him the next, Josh Allen. But what I am willing to say is that you see all the traits that would lead to that. But more importantly, he is a force multiplier. And I think at this point in his career, he's the best he could be right now. As a rookie quarterback, if you're a force multiplier and you're starting to play the position, although not perfect, but you're starting to show flashes, I think relatively to where he is in his rookie year, that's the best you could hope for.
Booger, you look at the Jets and Justin Fields. He's been maddening this year because as bad as he's been, he had the performance against Cincinnati, the performance against Pittsburgh. So he has shown signs that it's there, just can't find it consistently. So what is the true Justin Fields?
I don't think Justin Fields is a starting quarterback in the NFL, guys. I put that on social media a few weeks back. I think he's a placeholder. I think you're going to get what you've gotten so far. Wildly inconsistent, and when the inconsistent is bad, it's going to look bad. when the inconsistent is good, you're going to be like, man, I see something. But I just think the lack of accuracy, the lack of anticipation, the consistency is not enough for me where I can say he's my franchise starting quarterback. Now, is he good for the Jets for this year as they try to figure it out? Yeah, he's good, maybe this year and next year. But by no way, shape, or form is Justin Fields the answer to the long-term solutions at quarterback.
And if there is not a quarterback in this draft, like Mel Kiper's already saying that there might only be one first-round rated quarterback in the draft because a lot of the guys might stay for various reasons. Of course, some of them is they don't want to take a pay cut. For others, it's maybe they need more time. But that's what he's suggesting right now. Now, I know it's super early, but let's just play in that pool right now. If that's the case, where do the Jets go? Like, do they have to find someone's backup? Do they have to find the next Sam Darnold? Who would that be? I think they were trying to find that with Fields, but that's not going to be it. Like, this just feels like a perpetual issue here with this franchise is that they never can seem to find that guy that at least can solidify a position that has been in flux for forever.
That's the job of the general manager, and you shouldn't force it. You try to find one, and they went out and found the best one they could find this year in Justin Fields. Next year, they may go out and try to find the best one they can find. Until you can find your franchise quarterback, you can only choose from what's available. And so the job of the general manager is to get the best guy that fits the Jets that's available. And if there's not one available, then you can't get one. You have to wait until one is available via the draft or free agency. So, like, it's really not that it sounds challenging, but if the Jets do their evaluations and they deem that no quarterback is worth the number one overall pick if they get it, then don't take one. You know, maybe you go out and maybe you get maybe you take a chance on somebody else and you try this again in 2027. That's how you maximize the picks. Where you put your franchise in holy hell is when you take a guy at number one and you know he's not the guy. And so hopefully the Jets don't do that. Now, we're not even to Halloween yet.
Right.
I think there are going to be some quarterbacks in the draft. I cover college football.
Yep.
I think the kid out of Indiana is going to be pretty good, Mendoza. I think the kid out of Oregon is going to be a little bit more of a project. So, like, right now, those will probably be the top two. But if you got the number one overall pick, you don't need but one. It's not like you need five. And so if the Jets find themselves with the number one overall pick and they think Mendoza is the best quarterback, then you take him. That's kind of what the way I would go about it.
I know it's funny. You're giving me logic, and I'm wondering if you ever met the Jets owner. Like, I'm just going to leave it there. Have you ever met Woody Johnson? That's the problem.
I've met Woody, and Woody could be the problem. But Woody, at his core, Woody wants to win. Well, and you can say a lot of things about Woody based on some of the things he says and his personality. But I think Woody wants to win.
Well, of course. Everybody wants to win. He doesn't know how.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, first, he doesn't have to win. That's the job of the GM and the head coach.
Well, you got to let him do it, though. Let him do it.
Well, okay, but he gave the support to Aaron Glenn. So he didn't cut the legs off the head coach. He just said the quarterback sucked. Which, guess what? Woody's on him.
Well, he was wrong. Nobody said he was wrong. It was the tact. But I'll tell you what. Last year he didn't have to step in and fire the coach and then blow the whole season up. But he did. Like that's always been part of the problem here.
Yeah, it's like, listen, if I asked out Sydney Sweeney and I was like, you say, well, listen, he really wanted to go out with her, but he's an awkward schlub that couldn't get it done. But he still wanted to.
That's a great comp for Woody Johnson in football.
Boog,
Woody Johnson winning football is like Don LaGreca asking out an A-list starlet.
Right. Boog, do you like that? Is that a good parallel?
There are so many analogies that you could have come up with. You might have picked the worst one.
No, he nailed it.
The perfect
he nailed
one.
it. Not being able to do it.
I love this spot. I don't care for you, Booger.
Listen, I have seen, hey, Don, I've seen a picture of you, but by no way, shape, or form should you ever consider Sidney Sweeney in your ballpark.
That's exactly it.
That's why it works.
And that's why. And winning has not been in the ballpark of Woody Johnson.
But you know what we just did?
What?
Booger McFarland now refers to him as Don.
And he has a thing for him.
Now he knows him.
And now he
looked
has
him
a
up.
thing.
He saw a picture. See what we did? We're bringing it together. Don got what he wanted.
Booger, thank you, man.
We appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
He's good. I got to say, I really love who
he gave us 2 scorching hot takes. 3, actually.
Yeah. And he's on board for what Woody said about Justin Fields.
Well, we never said that Woody was wrong with what he said.
But he
we all knew. By the way, I have enough football acumen to know that Justin Fields is not the guy.
Well, all of us said that, but I love that, even though I completely disagree. I like that Booger stood with that. Because most people said, yeah, we know he's telling the truth, but why would you do that?
Why would you do it? Yeah.
I listen.
And Booger's like, well, because it's true.
Right. He took no issue with it.
Just keep it real. But that's when keeping it real goes wrong. But what he said about Dart?
I'm going to need a drop, though, real quick from Don. We're going to need a drop of, I love this spot, but I don't care for you. That's going to live on. Sorry, you were saying about what he said about Dart.
That's a good one. No, the 2 quick takes. On Dart, he's showing signs that make you say, I see it. That's big. Force multiplier is a Mike Tannenbaum phrase that everybody at ESPN uses because it's so accurate about a play. It's one guy who seems to impact everybody in a positive way. And then Justin Fields, he's not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, he's been on
definitive,
that.
And he has been saying
he's done.
So these are things that you get out of a segment with Booger McFarland, whether Don likes it or not.
You know,
I like it, just not him.
Yeah, I'll tell. Listen, here's how I feel about Justin Fields. If I'm betting on FanDuel, he's not who I'm betting. And it's NBA tip-off week. FanDuel's your home for live betting. You know that. So bet fair. So even if the misstart of a game or whatever it may be, you want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has all the live bets that you need. You know, fourth quarter comebacks. So many different fun ways to play it with FanDuel. And you can combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA, 21 and over, physically present in New York, first online, real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY 467-369. We have a lot more to get into. 5:30, we're doing our list of Jabroni Land, which I cannot wait to get to. We have ENN coming up at 6 o'clock. Still got to do more. Nick, so much to do right here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is the Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown! That's a Jet touchdown!
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Shop new fall offers at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease a 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $199 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-5S for as low as $229 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. Plus, enjoy 1 year of complimentary Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football. This is the Michael K. Show.
Woody Johnson doesn't need the money. He's a billionaire. What would it kill him to not raise prices next year? Just for the look of it. And then maybe if the Aaron Glenn experiment pans out and they change the culture and the Jets do make the playoffs next year, raise the ticket prices then. You don't have the good sense to leave it alone now?
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and all the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN.
Bet your ace. 800-919-3776. Let's get into some calls here. How about Spike in St. Pete? What's up, Spike? How we feeling?
Hey, Spike.
I spoke to Peter on Friday. You guys were out and about doing your. I marvel at how many jobs you guys have, and you perform them all very admirably. And you're very entertaining.
Thank you, Spike.
Great program. Okay, so here we go. Mike Brown was Coach of the Year twice, not casting aspersions on him. However, he lost those jobs after 1 or 2 years. Not going to knock down what he said. I thought Towns shouldn't have played with the injury last night. You can't take one shot in the first half. Now, here's my breakdown. The 4 teams they lost to will all be playoff or play-in teams. I had a discussion with my next-door neighbor, late 30s, and he says, well, Miami's missing their best player, Tyler Herro. I've always had a problem with Tyler Herro. I think he's a little less of a player than Devin Booker, can shoot, put the ball on the deck, plays no defense. I think Bam Adebayo and what's his name? Who's the other guy? Not Jaime Vasquez, the other kid. Andrew.
Wiggins?
The guy they got
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Wiggins
kid they got
is the
from
number
Golden
1
State.
pick.
Yeah.
Both Bam and Wiggins are very, very good two-way players. So I don't want to hear about Tyler Herro. He's a scorer. He probably should be a 6-man off the bench with his defensive efficiencies. I noticed in the Knicks game last night, I think Brown got out-coached twice, not making adjustments in the second half. I think, and I said this before the season, I got 2 boys and I got my buddies, and I talked to a couple of people who know basketball. I feel I know it pretty well, probably the oldest guy. But I just don't see the Knicks addressing the issue they had last night. My buddy says to me, who's these guys in the backcourt for the Bucks? I said, they can shoot. Don't worry about their names. They can shoot. I said, and Giannis may be the best two-way player in the game. He's as good as he can do scoring and walking. Used to call him six steps. But he can play defense with anybody. He reminds me of LeBron, catching a guy from behind. And I don't like this whole thing with him coming to New York. I think Bridges has changed his shot. I think Bridges played well, and I think Jalen's played well. Towns looks hampered. You remember this years ago, Alan, and you'll remember it. When Stoudemire started off and had those 30 games where he averaged 30 points, Towns last year, the first 20 or 30 games, if you remember, he had a lot more assists before he injured his thumb, and he just seems to be a little reluctant. Now he can get plenty of rebounds, but the key to the Knicks, and I've pounded this into anyone who listens to my old brain, is Mitchell Robinson. He played 35 games last year, 18 in the regular season, 17 in the playoffs. Every metric will tell you he was a top 3 defensive player in the playoffs last year. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he spent too much time in Abu Dhabi doing Abu Dhabi things, but I'll tell you, he hasn't played since the second game in Abu Dhabi, and that's, 3 weeks?
Yeah. No, he played in he played in the third preseason game against Minnesota, and that did not come in the second half, and that's the last we saw of him.
Right. So what's the matter with him? What's wrong with him? Tell us.
They won't tell us. They continue to say it's not a new injury, and
they can't win without him. They cannot win without him.
I think you know what it is, Spike. They know that, and that's the thing. I think they're worried about not having him when they need him most because of this. The ankle's been. They've had 2 surgeries on this ankle, and anytime there's even the slightest feel in that ankle, they're going to shut him down. And that's all it is.
So you could thank Joel Embiid for the second one.
Oh.
And as far as the NBA, look at the lineup. You could say it out loud real quickly. With Sacramento started 5 guys over 30 years old last night. 5 guys over 30 years old. Oh. So I think the Knicks have to give them 20 games. Let's see what happens.
Of course.
We miss Deuce McBride. I hope it's not a family issue or a health issue, God forbid.
It's family,
we miss what is family stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Godspeed to him.
Right.
He stays in front of his man. He's probably their second best three-point shooter. And I just listen. These are 4 good teams. Miami is always in shape.
The schedule to start the season was going to be tough, but they still, when you look at those games and you see when they were playing well in both those games in Miami, in Milwaukee, they should have won those games easily. They didn't because
they had lapses.
Right,
defensive lapses.
They're not there yet.
Yeah.
So, and that's like look, you say, hey, they're not there yet, and of course fans don't want to hear that. I don't blame them because there's a lot of anticipation for this season. They wanted a 15-1 start. You're not going to get a 15-1 start.
One more quick thing.
Quickly, though, Spike. We got to go real quick.
Yabusele played well in the FIBA games. He looks like Rick Mahorn with his rear end.
You're right about that. 100%. Thanks, Spike. Good to hear from you.
Thanks, Spike.
Coming up, though, we'll continue. In the 5 o'clock hour, we'll continue with the Knick conversation, revisit what happened last night in Milwaukee. That's a big concern internally for the Knicks. And Karl-Anthony Towns, while he called himself out after the game, someone else called him out today about his performance last night. You don't want to miss that. And also what Giannis didn't say post-game that lets you know that he knows we know. Stay with us. You know, a great man once said, we know.
We know.
Well, we're going to do a lot more talking with you coming up, 800-919-3776. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. It's a rough ride on the Bronx River Parkway southbound over by Allerton Avenue in the Bronx. They're working on a car fire. Delays go back to the Yonkers line. Those heavy slowdowns on the Deegan southbound heading over to the outbound George. Broken down tractor trailer in the center lane by the Cross Bronx. You're packed there from the Moshlu on down. Inbound George still looking good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln Arena about 20 to 30 minutes. Outbound Holland a 30 to 40 minute ride. Over in Jersey, no relief on Route 3 westbound. A crash involving an overturned car by Bloomfield Avenue in Clifton. Delays go back into the Meadowlands from the Turnpike Western Spur. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Did you know women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways women can reduce their risk for Alzheimer's and enhance quality of life for themselves and their loved ones living with Alzheimer's. For more information or to register, visit alzfdn.org or call 866-232-8484.
You ever wake up with a sore throat, feeling a little off, and you know you're getting sick? Well, getting sick and going on the IL isn't an option, especially for me when I'm traveling for work. You can try to see a doctor, well, good luck there, or go sit for hours in an urgent care. Nope. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. This isn't some cheap first aid kit, okay? Your medical emergency kit comes packed with doctor-prescribed meds. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right there in your home. If you're coming down with the flu, bam, here's your Z-Pack. You've got gastrointestinal issues, here's your Bactrim. From Z-Pack to ivermectin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline to treat strep, pneumonia, sinus infections, UTIs, COVID, and more. It's all right there in your kit. Just match your symptoms to the guide or talk with their telehealth doc. No doctor waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. Order online in minutes and get $50 off with code SPORTS at urgentcarekit.com/sports. Get yours now at urgentcarekit.com/sports, promo code SPORTS.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
.502 in the big city. Brownshire is bobbing his head as if he picked this song.
He might have.
Did he? He did.
He saw them last night at Barclays.
And so instead of having our theme, we did this.
I wasn't a part of this.
Jake, did you? I mean, real DJs don't take requests. You know this.
Yes, I do.
Well, he takes requests from us all the time.
Music. But what he did is he played these two songs. He said, "You should play these two." And I said, "You know what? Let me see what it is."
Who was
and
that?
I ended up knowing both of them, so I was like, "You know what? I have to."
What was that again that we just played?
Elephant by Tame Impala.
Yeah.
Tame Impala.
Top of the hour, 5 o'clock. The big 5 o'clock hour. If Don were
It's a
here,
big song, though.
nobody would have done that.
That's a big song.
But that's not our thing.
Well, the cat's away.
Clearly, because our song went number one.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Oh, the big
theme
one?
song?
Rise.
The new one we came. Oh no, and also the one we came up with yesterday. Victory?
Oh yeah. Well, that's different. That's for something else.
We have a new one.
Yeah. Do you have it? No. Not on your page.
No, Victory.
What was it called? Winning? Winning.
The Santana song is Winning.
Winning. Yeah. We like
I was
winning.
close.
Victory. Hey, look at you. Look at him. Look at our guy.
Victory.
It's not. You don't think it's Victory?
No. I thought we were all bonded over that, and he can't even remember the name of the song.
No,
come on.
Now I corrected myself. Took me a moment.
Yeah, a moment. So I saw this. Before we get back into the Knicks conversation, again, 800-919-3776. By the way, with Don LeGrec, Peter Rosenberg, I'm Alan Hahn. There was a lot of tweets yesterday about something for Jets fans that I thought, you talk about tone deaf, nothing more tone deaf than this.
If it's true, it's not good.
So season ticket invoices for the Jets have been sent out for next season, for the big 2026 football season for the Jets of great anticipation. One person said, my prices increased 11% from this season to the next. How the hell are you raising your ticket prices, especially for your loyal season ticket holders? What, like, under what plan do you have that says this is a good idea to do as a franchise after we have given you nothing but losing for 15 years? But no, we got to raise the prices again. For what?
Always.
It's constantly tone deaf. In this moment, in this economy, the Jets are going to say, we're charging you more to watch this garbage. Insane. And you know what? If you're a Jets fan, I know you're afraid of getting out of line and then the PSL. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't pay it. And your ticket broker who's going to be calling you up your ass for weeks, begging you to re-up, you got to tell him, no, not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not paying a penny more for that trash football you're throwing on the field year after year and making me pay for it. No way. You shouldn't do it. They're going to beg you to come back anyway. Send a message. Say no.
This happens a lot, not just to the Jets, but other teams raising the ticket prices after a failed season or failed run. And you wonder if there's a metrics to it. I wonder if they do the math and say, all right, we're having another losing season. We figure we're going to lose X amount of season ticket holders because of how bad we were. How do we make up for that? Well, let's get more money out of the people we know we've got on the hook. That's got to be it, right? Because there's no way you can look at it and say, we've had another disappointing season. We're not gonna make the playoffs for a 15th consecutive year. Let's give our customers a break, okay? And let's not raise the ticket prices. But they do it anyway. And I'm wondering if that's the metrics. We're gonna lose 10% of our season ticket holders. So let's raise the tickets 11% for the guys that we know that we're going to come back, so we don't lose any extra money.
So you make your most
if it's
loyal
just a math
pay
equation.
But math, but that math is stupid. It's dumb.
Well, I'm not defending it.
I know you're not defending it, but Don, how do we have a meeting? But wait. How do we have a meeting where we're all here? I'm telling you, I could not imagine myself in a meeting in a franchise like this where it's brought up and we start talking. All right, well, we're going to be sending invoices out. Here's the budget for next year's tickets, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna jack them up 10%, 11%, and everybody's like, all right, and everybody thinks that's a good idea. There's not a single person in the room who's like, guys, that's one thing we cannot do. We have to send out. We're not raising prices. We're not raising prices. We cannot do it. Now you make the playoffs, raise prices. I get it. You want to capitalize on the rare success that you have, fine. But you can't possibly think the right thing to do is pass the cost of losing on to the only people, the very few people left
that care,
who give a rip about your franchise and go into a game.
If Allen, no one's going to say it the way Allen just did. Let me put it in more realistic terms. Because Allen made it sound like someone's going to stand up on the desk and say, "No, sir, we will not."
You know what? Somebody should.
But the realistic,
guys, this is a bad idea. No one said
you're
that.
Right. Someone should do that. But realistically, we know. Listen, in places that are run badly by one leader, generally people are scared to tell people the truth. That's how bad continues to permeate because people make bad decisions. They'll loosely get fired. Everyone protects their own ace, and no one does anything. But at least someone could have said, "Hey, guys, just throwing this out here. Is this a good year to do this?
Yeah.
This is like such a disappointing
All right.
season.
Yeah.
Maybe this is an opportunity to show some loyalty."
How about that?
So
what a shock. What a good PR move, which is rare. But what a great idea it would be to say, let's put out a letter saying, you know what? We know how frustrated fans are. We're just as frustrated as you.
Normally, this is the time. Normally, we would be sending you our.
But we're not doing it.
We're not doing it this year.
We're not doing it. Because we expect more, and you do too, and we don't want to do that to you because of your loyalty means everything to us. But no, we're going 11%. Wow.
They acknowledge the loyalty, and they're using it to their advantage. You're looking at it as, we want to use your loyalty, and thank you for still being loyal. We're going to catch you. We'll give you a break. No, they look at the loyalty as we can make money off of your loyalty. We know you're not going to give up your ticket. You may not go.
Yeah.
You may not go to the game.
Right.
But the only time we ever saw a significant dent in season tickets were the PSLs. Otherwise, all the losing, people don't want to give it up. Why? Because one day they may be good again, and they don't want to lose out on
and they don't want to miss out on the team they love
right.
and not getting to be there.
You have people driving from Suffolk County 3 hours there,
God
4
bless
hours back to watch a team lose by 30 points. They're loyal. They're there. Everything you're saying is absolutely right from a human standpoint, but from a business standpoint, they go in their meetings.
It's terrible.
And for the guy that would jump on the desk and say, we can't do this to our loyal fans, there's somebody there with a calculator saying, we can do it because we'll make X amount of a profit if we do that. If we do your way and help our fans out and express our disappointment in the season, we'll lose X amount of dollars. They're not in the business to do that. They know that this will work. People will complain. They'll moan and groan. But at the end of the day,
of course,
that will make them more money.
Yeah, and then they'll say, well, you can resell your ticket. Hey, by the way, here are your home games in 2026. Obviously, the AFC East, so we know those three teams. Denver Broncos, Vegas Raiders, Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings. Any of those are like, I got to go to that game.
Need it.
Well,
got to go to that.
The Packers, there'll be a bunch of Packer fans.
And Raiders, right? Like, but
Raiders
not
are still Raider fans.
But it's not like it's not. I don't know. It's not a draw. It's not 2027 when you have the Cowboys and the Giants coming in. Well, the Cowboys are going to bring in, some gate. Giants fans can eat up those a lot of tickets as well, right?
But to your point, the money's always going to be something. But of the 4 professional sports in North America, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, football is less reliant on the gate than the other sports because of their massive television contracts.
Yes.
So this would be the area where you'd say, you know what, let's do right by our fans. All right?
Yes.
We may lose a couple of bucks, but you know what? In the grand scheme of things, we're raking in money, despite the fact we've contributed nothing to the NFL over the last decade and a half. All right? It's the right thing to do, guys, but that's not what it's about anymore. It's all just about the bottom line. How can you look in the mirror and be a part of a 15th consecutive season of losing? Tied for the worst in North American sports right now of not going to the playoffs, despite the fact that they've added more teams to make the playoffs. That average makes the playoffs. You can't even do that. And you're going to say, we're going to raise ticket price. How do you do it? Like, if I'm trying to sell, if I'm a snake oil salesman, I'm going to tell you that this is going to cure cancer. This is going to get rid of all of your pimples, and you'll sleep 12 hours a day. I'm selling something. What are the Jets selling? We're awful.
Well, here you want to hear?
We never win.
You want to hear what they're saying? Here's how the Jets are defending it.
Okay.
This is the Post. That part of the fans' anger about this is a lack of recognition in that the increase in these tickets is partially due to the addition of a 9th home game. Because they played in London this year.
Right. But what are they going to do when they rotate back to just 8 home games the year after? Because you go back and forth, right? Sometimes you have 9 home games. Sometimes you have 8 because it's an odd number schedule. Eventually it'll go to 18, and then they'll be 9 and 9. Are they going to reduce?
So they're pretending like this is
when they do that.
They're saying this is normal procedure. And the first thing people have to look at is last year they didn't pay for a full season of home games because of the London game. So this year's ticket prices were reduced by 1 game. The game comes back next year because we have 9. But that's I don't know, Don. If you're doing that, then, and first of all, it's really great that the Jets are deciding to say it's you that has the problem, not us. Right?
Well, do something about it. Honestly,
like it makes you. It really makes you crazy. It's
starting to happen. I mean, the Panther game, there was hardly anybody there. You got the Browns, their next home game. I mean, how many people are going to? Maybe if Shedeur Sanders starts the game, there might be some curiosity seekers that might go to the contest. But otherwise, the Browns aren't doing anything. And then once the weather starts to turn, there's not going to be anybody in the building. But yet they're still going to rake in, tons of money. Well, you have the ability in this country. Cancel your season tickets. I know people that have. I know people, our Pinhead Suit used to have season tickets, gone. Dan Grassi used to have season tickets, gone. Not just because of the losing, but also circumstances. Things happen. A lot of people canceled because they didn't want to pay the PSLs. Stop doing it. The best way to complain is just not go. So listen, I know you enjoy tailgating, but if you're going to bitch, moan, and complain about it and still write the check, you don't have a kick coming. I'm sorry, you don't.
Mike Florio is actually saying it's factually incorrect what the Jets are saying.
Okay.
So they had 8 true regular season home games and 1 neutral site home game. Next year, all AFC home teams will have 8 regular season home games, not 9. The extra game next year is preseason, when the home games double from 1 to 2. That's where you get the extra home game.
And who doesn't want that?
Please. Now, this is Mike Florio saying this.
That can't count.
So I'm
that's punishment.
Like I said, it just, this feels so tone deaf. All of it. All of it feels tone deaf.
By the way, guys, again, I know I bring this up a lot. I went through this. Redskins did the same thing all the time. Didn't matter how bad it was. Kept going up. At one point, there's a story that Dan Snyder, when an old lady had gotten back on her season ticket fees, sued a 90-year-old woman who'd been a season ticket holder for 50 years. These people don't get it. They don't care. They
don't care.
The truth is, he does not care. And again, and we've said this many times, this is the hard thing. This is if you love it, let it go. If you truly love them and want them to be better, don't do it. I got news for you. If you're desperate to go to games again, you'll be able to get tickets.
Oh my God, they'll be available.
Let them go.
So Peter,
just say no.
Peter in Mamaroneck, he did exactly what you said, Peter. Peter, tell us about.
I'm done. So, the last game I went to was against the Cowboys, a game I should have sold to my son. We were surrounded with white jerseys. At the end of the first 2 minutes at the end of the first half, I looked at my son and said, "Let's do something smart." He said, "What?" I said, "Let's go get Carvel and go home."
I love what a dad you are.
That's a way to do it.
And I said, "There's traffic leaving the stadium." Last week, I said to my sons, "Look, bet. I've held these tickets all these years because my luck, I would give them up and they'd win the next year."
See, I told
them all to bet the Jets. Yeah. I told them to bet the Jets to win the Super Bowl in 2 years. And when Aaron Glenn gets up on the podium, he's going to say, "We'd like to thank Peter from the Mamaroneck for finally giving up his tickets." But
that's true. But Peter, what you're saying, I said to the guys, and remember, Don, when I was saying this, and you were laughing at me, but you always felt like the year I finally just say I'm done that's what you're afraid of. Is I walk away. And then they win, and I'm like, see, that's what it took. It took me, I'm holding the franchise back. But Peter, that's a real emotion when you deal with a losing franchise like this. But look at your Sundays. Look what you put yourself through.
Exactly.
But I think people need to realize.
But what?
Peter said it. All right. There used to be a time if you didn't have season tickets, you didn't get into the building.
Right.
When I was growing up, the only thing I could do was go to a ticket agency, which rarely had Giant tickets back in the 80s.
I remember this.
The Giants were good. Or like my brother and I did for a Giant Cowboy game in 1986, literally just walking in the parking lot, hoping somebody was selling a ticket.
Yeah.
That was the only way. So season tickets were something very important. It guaranteed you to get into the building. We live in an era now. I don't care how hot the event is. You can find a way. If you're willing to pay, you can find a way to get into the building. And probably not that much more expensive than what you're probably paying for season tickets anyway. So I know these things have been handed down generation to generation. They're left in wills. There's some kind of cosmetic family feel about the season tickets. You feel like you're part of the team. Dude, you can get in the building. Mm-hmm. You can. It's so much easier now than it was back in the day. So if you wanted to say, oh, they'll turn around and win the Super Bowl. If the Jets all of a sudden turn around and get good, you'll be able to get into the building. And can we maybe at least get a quarterback before you start worrying about, next year they're going to all of a sudden start to win? It's been 15 straight years, man. Mm-hmm. I mean,
that's exactly
start
it.
Betting the under.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And so I'm just saying, I know it's hard, and I know it's counter. Maybe there's someone who can do it live on the air with us, like an exorcism. I would love people to call up and say, no, that I made the decision. I'm not doing it. Because
we got one.
They'll never make this change. They will. The only way that they will make a change is if they looked up and went, yo, for the first year ever, we lost 450. We lost 2,000. We lost whatever we lost.
I saw this with the Islanders in the late 90s because I was covering the team, and I knew a lot of the people, the staff, and the people that had the ticket managers. They would call people asking them to renew, and they would get hung up on. Because, again, at the time, ownership wasn't serious about anything. They weren't winning. They weren't doing anything right. They lost all standard, anything that was connected to the glorious history that they had was gone. And the building itself was old, decrepit, and nobody wanted to invest in it. So it was like, why am I going to this building? It's garbage, and the team stinks. So I'm not buying season tickets. And so they had, I'd be at games with the buildings empty. Nobody's there. We used to joke. Remember the commercial, the AT&T Friends and Family? We used to call it AT&T crowds. Because the players' friends and family were the only ones going.
And this is what you have to do.
And the only way to send a message is that way.
If the Jets fill the building every week, they're not making a change.
But there is something about football season tickets. Again, I'm coming from a Giants perspective, and the Giants are almost there as well. Is that my grandfather was a Giants fan. My father was a Giants fan. I'm a Giants fan. My grandfather never thought to buy season tickets because he would go to Yankee Stadium and didn't have to. But let's just say for sake of argument he did. And he had season tickets. My dad had them. I had them. 3 generations of Giant fan season tickets. I can understand not wanting to part ways with that because it's generational. And like I said, people leave them in their wills. It becomes part of the family lore, the fabric of the family. Mm-hmm. What would Grandpa think? What would Dad think if I canceled these season tickets? You're a Jet fan, and you living through the scenario that I just painted, and your dad and your grandfather are no longer with you. Don't assume they'd be disappointed. They might be looking down in heaven going, what the hell are you still doing buying these tickets? Didn't I teach you anything when I was alive? To not set fire to money?
That's right.
You're not honoring me. You're disgracing me right now. Cancel them.
By the way, and that's exactly what most people's dads would say. And I remember, again, I remember where I was in 2010 when I got the phone call. I finally got the phone call. Hey, this is so-and-so from the Washington Redskins. Congratulations. Your name is up on the list. You've been on our list now for 14 years, whatever it is, and we have your season tickets. And I said, well, I'm all set.
Wow.
I am good to go. And At no point, that was now 15 years ago, at no point have I been like, oh, I wish I sat around for another 13 years till the owner left, and now we'd start to put together. And guess what?
And drop in the tens of thousands that you were going to spend.
And Alan, guess what? I go to a game or two a year. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, my buddy gets a ticket, or I go out of town and buy the one game. You'll be all right.
And just also get over the whole that you're not as diehard a fan. No, listen, just suffering and going into debt and driving yourself crazy doesn't make you a better fan. All right, just makes you. I'm not telling you to stop watching the team.
No, but
stop trying to go.
That's such a commitment to a team that doesn't commit to you.
Victim.
Yeah,
being a victim,
choosing to be that,
does not make you a diehard fan. Now,
it makes you a yo-yo.
There are a lot of reasons, Peter, why people buy at Ramsey Mazda.
Oh,
it's their selection.
1.
It's also their customer service.
2.
And it's their savings.
3.
Those
you
are
got
the
it.
The hat trick.
Lee say new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM841631. MSRP $26,980. Zero security deposit ends 10/31/25.
So we got a
list
list
coming up, guys.
Yeah, we got this list. We're going to curate
live.
Whoa. We're like sharing a brain right now. Take it home, Donnie.
See that?
Take it home, Donnie.
It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Cruise until 7 right here on ESPN New York.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. It's a rough ride on the Bronx River Parkway southbound over by Allerton Avenue in the Bronx. They're working on a car fire. Delays go back to the Yonkers line. Those heavy slowdowns on the Deegan southbound heading over to the outbound George. Broken down tractor trailer in the center lane by the Cross Bronx. You're packed there from the Mosholu on down. Inbound George still looking good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln already about 20 to 30 minutes. Outbound Holland a 30 to 40 minute ride. Over in Jersey, no relief on Route 3 westbound. A crash involving an overturned car by Bloomfield Avenue in Clifton. Delays go back into the Meadowlands from the Turnpike Western Spur. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Why would we trade our best player?
Well, at least you got to watch him in person when he was here.
I named my only son after him.
So you'll always remember his name.
Yeah, but what do I do with this jersey?
Luckily, the company has a great return policy.
I wore it for 6 seasons.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy Shots are bringing the flavor and the energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana, is giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for you. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce coffee, but 0 sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
You just made the list, buddy.
This is The List with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Well, we usually have a list, and then the fellas will try to guess or comment on it.
Sure we do.
Yep.
But today we decided to take a topic, and the three of us in segment will curate this list. Get you involved as well at 1-800-919-3776 because there is a wealth of opportunities here, what we've decided. Now, you had called it, the jabroni list.
What
it is, it's Jabroni Land.
Jabroni Land.
Jabroni Land.
Where a player winds up.
And
then we forgot that he was in Jabroni Land.
Right. So it's a great player. Like, oh, my God, I can't believe he's on that team.
He wound up
wore
there?
that jersey.
Yeah.
Now, I've several here.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want me to start.
Well, yeah. Should we go around? Why don't we just go around?
Let's go around.
Why don't we just, how about this?
And then at the end, we'll
start,
we write it down.
One, and we go around.
Yeah, I think we write them down, and then at the end, we'll put it together in a list.
We got it.
How about that?
Okay.
I like it.
You guys are familiar with the work of Franco Harris, right?
Yeah, and David Blow.
Hall of Fame running back, Steeler.
Yes.
How about closing out his career in Seattle with the Seahawks?
No.
Did
recollection.
not see that. All right.
Franco Harris was a Steeler.
Well, he was a Steeler, but he was a Seahawk.
He was a Seahawk.
Now he's a Ram.
No, he's a Charger.
He's a Charger.
Well, I did not remember Seahawk Franco Harris.
You're next.
Are you good?
All right.
That's a good one, right?
That's a good one. I got it down. So Franco Harris.
Go ahead. So, who's next?
I'm sorry. Respectfully, when it's all said and done, and I'm not saying it was even that terrible a thing, but just when you think of how you picture this man, and then knowing that the secondary jersey exists, it just never should have happened, in my opinion. It's Joe Montana on the Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah. Listen, it wasn't. It
Wait,
wasn't terrible.
The Chiefs weren't Jabroni Land, though.
Again, it's not about the team being bad.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, it's about why. I just didn't need this.
He did well.
No, he did fine.
Yeah.
He did fine. And then when you go back and watch,
the problem.
And when you go back, exactly, when you go back
he
and
did
watch a
fine.
highlight of Joe Montana's career, how often you see in the Chiefs?
Yeah, you're not.
Nothing.
Now, it's not Jordan Wizards, though. Jordan Wizards can't be on the list because Jordan Wizards is the example of the list. Would you say?
But I would say
Or do we
Jordan,
have to put him on the list?
I would say Jordan did as well or better with the Wizards than Montana did. He did
here's
fine.
how I look at the Jabroni.
Didn't Montana get to an AFC Championship game?
And Jordan willed the Wizards to the playoffs.
Well,
but I think part of the aging of it is I just said Franco Harris a Seahawk, and Peter a diehard football fan.
Didn't
no
even remember it.
whatsoever.
Yeah, fair.
You remember Montana going to Kansas City? It was a big deal when he went to Kansas City. It went to a championship game with Kansas City.
Right.
So I can't include Montana.
All right, fair enough.
All right, my turn. I'll go wheelhouse. I'll do NBA. Hakeem Olajuwon as a Raptor.
That's not a thing.
That happened.
No, that's I love that one.
I
don't
that
remember
happened.
that.
No memory of that.
It
at all.
happened.
My God.
Yeah.
That's right up there with Patrick as a Seattle Supersonic.
Well, that's an easy one in New York.
So that should we consider
or Magic
in the same category? Should we have Hakeem on the Raptors, Ewing on the Sonics, and Shaq on the Celtics all in the same conversation?
Yeah, but that's.
But the Olajuwon one, you remember Shaq on the Celtics.
But because it was absurd.
Because it was Shaq.
Yeah.
And they were good. But you can't, Olajuwon played for the, what? It happened.
He bounced around so much, though, so it kind of takes a little bit.
Shaq did, yes.
I love the Olajuwon.
All right, there's one. Okay, so that's on.
Now, back to me. Everybody's going to be too young to remember any of this, but it did happen. Johnny Unitas as a Charger. Last season of his career, 1973.
Didn't even know the Chargers existed.
Yeah.
When he played.
Didn't know the Chargers existed. Didn't know he was on that team. So
Wow.
that's another good one by you.
That is a very good one. You'd have to you'd have to Google that one to get a photo. Peter, you're up next.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead again and keep this in the not so wacky department, but I'm betting on where history is going to take it. The Aaron Rodgers Jets jersey is going to be a joke of epic proportion one day.
Or the Favre one.
But the Favre, at least you could say he was good.
But he was here for a minute.
11 games?
And it ended very poorly.
Very, very bad.
That was.
It was 11 games. They were
he sent pictures of Richard, apparently.
Richard in Manhattan was sent.
There was a picture of Dick York sent, yes. Yeah, but everybody's going to remember that he was there. That won't. It was such an epic fail; it won't ever be forgotten.
No, that can't be forgotten. Tearing your Achilles in the first game. That feels like one that wouldn't be. I didn't know he played for them.
Sure, I get it.
You mean 30 years from now?
But also yes, we're kind of coming up with on the fly what this means. If it's you remember that it happens, no, it doesn't fit. If it's epic fail, you tore your Achilles on the first series. Could it be any worse?
That's Jabroni land, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Could it be any worse than you?
All right.
Hold on.
I don't care for it.
Well, that's fine. I made this up. But you can't just say it's about the only part in it is not simply you don't remember it.
All right.
It's also epic fail.
You're trying, but you're 0 for 2. I'm giving you A for effort.
Oh, that's fine.
But you're 0 for 2.
I don't care.
Right. You wanted it.
You're in, but you're out. All right, my next one is Mike Piazza with the Oakland A's.
Ooh.
Don't remember.
Does anyone remember him on the Oakland A's? 2007.
Don't remember this either.
He's also a Padre.
Yeah, he was a lot of things after his Mets time. But
that's not bad.
Is that not all right? Because
there are so many guys. This could be 1,000 long.
But not like. We got to come up with the most, because I've got one more baseball one that also I had no idea.
Because the Olajuwon one jumps out at you because he's such an iconic
I got another
player
NBA one too.
That you go, oh my God, I don't remember this at all.
Right, this guy's a Hall of Fame legend. He played for the Raptors and no one remembers it.
That is a great one though.
Okay.
Let's consider. We'll consider.
So Piazza, you're sort of like
we consider.
I mean, as an A,
yeah, consider.
Okay.
How about Marty Brodeur as a Blue?
Oh, that was short-lived, wasn't
That's very sad. To even think about that is a bit sad.
And he ended up working for them, right? Right, Donnie?
Yeah, well, that was the whole thing because he realized there was no place for him management-wise with the Devils, and there was an opening with the Blues, so he went to St. Louis, played that last season. I think he won a few games, had a few shutouts, but still, just odd.
Yeah. No, that he should have certain players should never wear another jersey. He was one of them, and yet he did.
Yes. Kind of like if Hank had ever played for the Capitals, it would have been the same thing. He never played, but he was going to. But he had the heart ailment.
Yeah.
Never played, but imagine him in a Capital uniform.
Oh, God. No. That wouldn't make sense.
Oh, you know what? Maybe you guys will debate and say, he's actually half decent there, but I'm sorry. Emmett Smith on the Cardinals was repugnant.
That's a great one. There you go. You redeemed yourself.
Just when you
that's a good one.
Emmett Smith on the Cardinals was disgusting.
Did he break the rushing record as a Cardinal?
As a Cardinal, yes, he did.
Not good.
Yes, he did.
How sad is that?
That's
very
awful.
sad.
It shouldn't have ever happened.
That's a really good one.
That's a good, Peter. That's a good one.
I'm back.
Look at you. Look at you right back in it. Look at
yourself.
you.
Thank you, kids.
All right, I got a baseball one. I got a basketball one. Which one do you want?
But give them both.
Both?
Yeah, by the way, live your life.
Yeah, all right. My baseball one, Ken Griffey Jr. as a White Sox.
Oh,
that's nasty
wow,
work.
That's
41 games.
That's very good.
41 games as a White Sox.
How about that one? Ken Griffey Jr., the kid.
I had forgotten about that.
All right.
That's terrific.
The basketball one, Allen Iverson as a Grizzly.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not as bad.
Who remembers that?
No, I do because I remember all of them. They were all so bad.
He was at the there was.
Well, it happened so fast.
No tread on the tire.
Where all of a sudden the Nuggets and the Grizzlies.
Well,
he
got traded. He got traded. How did that go? He went from Philly to Denver, and then from Denver to Detroit, right?
And then
he ended up with Memphis.
It's a bad one.
But
not as bad as Ken Griffey Jr.
But Griffey Jr. for a quarter of a season.
My buddy Mark sent this one to me, talking about milestones in a jersey, with Emmitt Smith as a Cardinal breaking the rushing record. Wade Boggs. Do you remember where he got his 3,000th hit?
Rays.
With the Rays.
Yes.
Wade Boggs, a Ray.
Yes.
That's not great, Bob. How about this? He bounced around a little bit, but this one he stuck and actually had a couple of decent seasons. Jerry Rice, a Seahawk.
Oh, yeah. Wait, where else was he? The Raiders. That's
but he was successful there.
But he was
the Raiders.
He was
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl with the Raiders.
Yeah,
and
that's right. Yeah.
Went to a Super Bowl, lost to the Buccaneers, and then he was in Bronco camp and got cut.
Yep.
He would not give it up, man. You got to respect that.
Does it diminish if you weren't on a team for your whole career and then ended up in some random place?
No, that's what makes it. That's what makes
Piazza is an example.
That's what I'm saying, because Piazza was Dodger than Met.
Yeah, Gary Carter's like that. Carter was he was a giant and a Dodger late in his career. Strawberry was a giant.
It's just Jabroni Land is where it's like he's on a team that you're like, what the hell was he doing
this
there?
Shouldn't have happened. Here are a couple.
Dwayne Wade as a Cav is a good one too.
A couple of sad ones from my life. Don't know if it'll register for everybody else, but Donovan McNabb as a Redskin is pretty awful. I don't know if you guys remember how bad that was, but it was bad.
I only remember.
Don, how about this? This is going old school NFC East. Do you know that when he got I forget which receiving club he joined, how many receptions it was, 1,000 or whatever, some crazy reception club. The great Henry Ellard was on the Redskins. Do you know that?
Well, there's so many of them, right? Dion was a Redskin. Bruce was a Redskin.
Oh, yeah, Bruce is a Redskins, not great. Dion is a Redskins, bad. Dion is a Ravens, bad.
So if we have Michael Jordan as a Wizard is random. That's Jabroni Land.
Yeah, it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. Joe Namath on the Rams is Jabroni Land.
That's Jabroni Land.
By the way,
those to me have to be 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think they have to be on.
Because there's superstars that were like, what are you doing
and synonymous with one team. It makes it even worse.
I think Brodeur with the Blues has to be somewhere on the list.
You want to fight for that one?
Was Brodeur on the Blues, by the way? It was those his only 2 teams?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
he ended his career in St. Louis.
See, to me, that is what it's all about.
All right.
You could have just finished the career, but you went for one more.
Right. Emmitt Smith Cardinals feels
like it's up there.
And then, with the rest of these, you got to fight. If we're doing only 5, the Franco Harris, Hakeem Olajuwon, Wade Boggs, and Ken Griffey.
I think I like Griffey.
You want Griffey?
I think Griffey is so synonymous with the Mariners. To even picture,
he was a Red too.
But he was a Red. He does have many years with the Reds. So, but it's still a White Sox that happened.
It happened.
Kofi does remind us that Emmitt did break the record as a Cowboy.
It was a Cowboy?
He did? Yeah. No, he did. It was something that happened with the Cardinals.
I thought he did. I agree with you.
I thought there was something
significant.
By the way, it's possibly there's more than one thing he could have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So if we have Namath, Jordan, Brodeur, Griffey.
Unitas?
Well, Emmitt Smith, Unitas, Hakeem.
I got to get Hakeem in there. I completely forgot that.
All right. So that's 5.
Hakeem.
I mean, Olajuwon as a Raptor is still.
It's crazy.
It's mind-boggling.
Did he have any others or no?
No, I don't believe so.
He was just in Houston and then went briefly to Toronto and called it a career.
Yeah, Jake, are you checking that? Because I don't remember him ever wearing another jersey. He played almost his whole career in Houston.
Yep.
college
he played,
and pro.
17 years with the Rockets and a year with the Raptors.
A year with the Raptors. Right.
By the way, that's insane too. That he went to college there too.
Yeah.
When you think about that, it's his entire life. He's
Phi
like,
Slamma
let me just do. Let's see. Let me just do 61 games real quick in Toronto. Call it a career then.
That might have been expiring contract day, where they just trade you because you're expiring. Like that's how Ewing ended up in Seattle.
He scored. Hakeem in that last year.
All right.
7 points.
This is a very tough list.
That's tough.
Right?
7
That's
points.
when it's like, you know what? I don't want to play you. Why? Because your career shouldn't have a year like this.
And by the way, the previous 2 years, he was injured. He had not played a complete season.
Yep.
Starting in 97, 98, he couldn't play more than half a year. And his numbers were 16 points, 18 points, 10 points, 11 points.
Wow.
You could have called it there. Instead, he goes, let me play one more year and go to Toronto and score 7 again.
You do have to love guys that just don't want to.
They love the game.
No, they love to play.
David Cohen, a Red Sox, remember?
That Tom Seaver was a Red Sox. That's also one. But that doesn't feel jabroni land.
You talk about sad. Tom Seaver, one of the greatest players ever, right?
Yeah.
Up until recently with Mo, he had the highest percentage going into the Hall of Fame, right? And he's on the Red Sox in 86, but he's not active. He's in uniform in the dugout because he's Tom Seaver, but he wasn't active for the World Series. I mean, you deserve better than that, right?
Yeah. That's, if you think about it, he's got to be honorable mention on this list if he's not in the top 5. Derek in Brooklyn has one that I didn't even think of. Derek.
What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
How are you?
Good.
Dude, Scottie Pippen on the Blazers, and I am a Portland native, and when he came to the Blazers, that was, that was a thing, but it was also just kind of a sad death.
I thought about it.
It was it was definitely a weird look. That was a good team.
Yeah.
But that was
it was a great team at that point. It was
just seeing him
like
in
I said, I was a Blazers fan. It was dead.
But
Wasn't
seeing
he a
him in that
Sonic too,
jersey,
guys?
No, he was a Rocket.
Okay, that's right.
Goodness, these guys, man, that's crazy. All right, that's a good one, Derek. Thank you.
Very
good. But the thing is, he was too good. Like he wasn't incredible in Portland. But he was a really solid.
No, they were a good team. They got him
team.
because they were trying. They thought they could win. All right, and one more here. Steve in Middle Village has 2 names for the list. Let's see if we forgot anyone. Go ahead, Steve.
I got a couple, and I was thinking about it while I was online. I have a suggestion for another list.
All right.
First is Babe Ruth ended his career with the Boston Braves and hit his 714th with the Braves. Willie Mays as a Met. I loved it because I was 20 years old. I remember it. I'm a Yankee fan. It was just a great New York story. I remember when they retired his number with the Mets, and a lot of the people who are younger than me, hell, everybody's younger than me. I'm 72 years old. A lot of the Mets fans are saying, why did we have to retire his number, blah, blah, blah. But that's one. I also thought, Don, of one for you, which would be perfect, that my friends used to joke about. Pick out a list, the best Mets by position based on their career stats, not just with the Mets. So you have to include Yogi Berra, Duke Snyder.
You'd have a bunch
Bill
of them from the 62 team,
people, and, of course, Willie Mays. Any rate.
Nolan Ryan.
What's that?
Nolan Ryan.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Yeah,
Right?
that
Not great.
That's a summer list.
A huge endeavor.
I love that. So that's a summer. You know what?
This is such a good one.
This is fun. Thank you, Steve. All right, so there's our list. Again, number 1, Michael Jordan, Wizards. Number 2, Joe Namath, Rams. Number 3, Ken Griffey Jr. with the White Sox. Number 4, Hakeem Olajuwon with the Raptors. And number 5, Martin Brodeur, the St. Louis Blues.
I don't know how was Emmett knocked off this list.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's who you taking out.
Olajuwon.
Who you taking out?
Who you taking out?
Top five.
These are all jerseys that the only one that you could probably find today is the Michael Jordan Wizards jersey.
Yeah, that one's
just
around.
because it's
Plenty.
Michael Jordan.
Right, there were plenty.
Michael Jordan.
Right, and that's about it. But that's the list. Who you
That
taking
was
out?
fun. I like
well
the way
done.
we changed up the format a little bit.
It was a vibe.
I think it was more fun this way. No.
I loved it.
All right. If you loved it, let us know. 800-919-3776. If we forgot something, of course, let us know. You're really good at that, at telling us when we forgot something. I do want to remind YouTube TV customers that you could lose ESPN and the sports you love. You could lose ESPN. Think about this. No college football, no college game day, no Monday Night Football, no NBA, no college basketball, and way more than that, of course. Got to take action. If you want to, go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN. We keep talking to you next. We also got to get to Carl Banks and what he said about Dexter Lawrence and what Dexter Lawrence said in response to the criticism that he has been facing. You don't want to miss that and more. Stay with us, Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN, New York.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside ESPN New York's Peter Rosenberg. Listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of the UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app.
Must be 21 plus. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
So the tweets are coming in fast and furious. Peter, have you been monitoring the YouTube channel?
I should look.
Some really good suggestions. Here's one, Don, we didn't think of. Brian Leach on the Bruins and or Maple Leafs.
Yeah, that was jarring.
And speaking of the
For
Blues,
sure.
remember when Gretzky went to the Blues?
Yeah.
That was random. Then there's one here in New York that, I can't believe I didn't think of this one. Tracy McGrady was a Knick.
Yeah.
He finished the season. They got him as an expiring contract. He finished the season. I can't remember the season exactly, but he had nothing left, of
Someone
course.
in the chat just said Alonzo Mourning is a net.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's rough.
Yeah, that's rough for everybody.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's somebody also on social media, Peter. Tony Parker is a Hornet.
Yes, that happened too.
That's insane. That shouldn't be allowed.
That's wild. You could, though, when it comes to like great players, Peter and I were doing this, great players who played for the Knicks after they were great.
In the teens, particularly like
Unreal.
the 20 teens.
Unreal team you could put
The
together.
whole decade.
Baron Davis and Jason Kidd is your backcourt. Tracy McGrady is your 3. Rasheed Wallace is your 4. And there was one more.
They were literally the team was compiled of just.
Kenya Martin isn't. Yeah, I'm talking about like super. Like
the whole team was that.
This is a fun game to play, but we hope everybody enjoyed it. I want to get some calls in here before we get to ENN at 6.
By the way, Matt Ryan as a Colt was pretty repugnant too.
Oh wow, that was short-lived. Yeah,
remember that?
Yes.
He ended his career on the Colts.
Very random. And again, it's we're not doing like somebody suggested Ray Bork as an Avalanche, but it's like, but he was traded there to win a cup, and they won a cup.
And nobody doesn't remember him as an Avalanche.
Right, like that. It's not a jabroni land when it's like, what is he doing there?
That's why Joe Montana to me wasn't jabroni.
Yeah, I
land.
wasn't buying
It was a
jabroni
big deal
land.
when he went to Kansas City.
Peter saved himself
odd.
later. He did save himself.
I think we all did well.
Yeah. But you know what I was thinking? I said this to Anthony, Don. This isn't changing teams, but it's changing jerseys. Joe Sakic in a Quebec Nordiques jersey is still like, doesn't make sense, right? But it did happen. But it didn't make sense. Anthony's on Long Island, wants to add to the list. Anthony?
Hey, guys. I came into the segment halfway, but so I hope I'm not repeating it. But Antonio Brown to the Raiders. Pretty gross.
Yeah, well, nothing ever happened, too.
No.
He got there and couldn't really play.
Yeah.
Now, guys, if you were going to buy any of these jerseys.
Antonio Brown is a buck. That's one.
Oh, that too. If you were going to buy.
He took the jersey off.
Yeah, and left the stadium. If you were going to buy any of these items, let's say on Amazon.
Yeah, sure.
Here's what you do. You can order it with Amazon Pickup.
All right.
The ultimate convenience play, because Amazon is a part of your daily life, and it takes things to the next level. If you're stressed for time, you're on the go, you can choose to send your orders straight to a
football fans.
Sure, and you can send your orders straight to a secure pickup location that works for you. Amazon lockers and counters are right near you. No matter where your day takes you, you'll be able to find one. The package waiting just for you. So with work, family, a baby at home, I'm always on the move, and Amazon Pickup gives me that flexibility to get what I need between shows, errands, etc. All right, simple. You order online at checkout, choose the pickup location that's most convenient. You get an email confirmation when it's ready with instructions to pick it up. Quick, secure, and always at no extra cost. Check it out for yourself. Go to Amazon.com/pickupmvp to learn more. That's Amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Let's go to Nick in Del Mar. This is a good one. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, what's up, guys? So, do any of you remember where Reggie White ended his career? He only played 1 year there.
Somewhere post Green Bay, I don't remember.
Yeah, he was what? Eagles,
and then Green Bay.
And then Green Bay.
Yeah, he's known for Eagles and Green Bay. The final year of his career was played with the Carolina Panthers.
That's a doozy.
That's
That is
Jabroni
a
land.
terrific one.
That's fantastic.
That's definitely
because
a
he was
Jabroni land.
iconic on both teams. You know, being great with the Eagles, winning the Super Bowl with the Packers, and then wow,
totally forgot about that.
Does that knock anybody off?
I mean, it's up there. That's very good.
It's making a push.
Yeah.
Wow, that's excellent job, Nick. Thank you. Juicy is on Route 17, and he's got a business proposition.
All right.
Or he or she. It's Juicy, so we don't know. For Don.
Guys, hey, what's up, fellas? Hey, Don, I don't expect you to remember, but the day that you got the job, I'm sure it was a whirlwind of emotions. I was like the fourth person to call, and I'm not the first, and I'll always be sorry for that. I want to be the first to congratulate you. Now, when I called, I said, welcome to forever. And I meant that because I want you to know that you're our guy. And I want you to know that we care deeply about you. And recently there's been some Don LaGreca merch. And I don't know if legally I'm allowed to say the name of the company that made the Pitchfork sweatshirt. Am I allowed to?
Why not?
Sure.
Athlete
okay.
logos,
It's
right?
called Athlete logos. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I would love for them to do is to make a match to your friend's charity. I can't remember the name of the charity right now. What was it?
Well, for Mark Sasso? Yeah.
Yeah, so I believe that there should be a portion of the sales, they should make a donation. And if they don't want to do that, I would ask that if you could share some information about that, because I spent like $46 on the hoodie. I would love to make a contribution to that charity because I know it's so close to you. And I want you to know how much we care about you because you are our guy. And it means so much to us. That heater that we were on, dude, you're there with us. And it's the emotion, and it means so much to us. You know, we don't get a lot of love in this market, and I understand the team that plays at the train station, whatever they are. But we're here for you, and we're in this together, and we want you to know how much we care about you.
What a call.
That means a lot. That certainly means a lot.
That is what we're talking
because
about.
all this whirlwind is the best way to describe it. But like Anthony, you've been in touch with the company. Didn't they've talked about
I
doing
did
something like that,
and
right?
By the way, Don, it's in a box on my desk waiting for you. The shirts are here, and they're awesome. And I did thank them for it. And they said that they'd love to get in touch with you on the possibility of whether it's splitting profits or donating to a charity of your choice. So they certainly seem open to giving some of the proceeds to a charity of your choice. And the Sasso softball, that's the charity, but the Sasso charity I think would be perfect.
Absolutely.
Would be perfect. So it's like you said, it's been a whirlwind. I'm on the road right now. This all kind of happens so fast. I don't need to split any profits. I'd love to see it go to the Sasso family. But that to hear that's great, man. This has been just an absolute dream, and the fact that the fans are responding to it is awesome. Helps when you win 8 in a row.
Mm-hmm. It also helps, though,
it's been terrific
when you call things like this.
And don't look now. It's now a 5-3 game still here in the second period. And the Devils looking for more. Here comes Hughes with Palat and Brad Hughes scores!
Only the beginning, Don LaGreca. Only the beginning. The 2 best words in sports, ENN, next.
You Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night. We've got the Nets home at the Barclays in Brooklyn. BQE just jammed in both directions, heading over to Atlantic Avenue. Westbound, especially tough. You're crawling from Queens Boulevard in Queens. Over in Nassau County, Southern State westbound at a standstill with a car fire by the Meadowbrook. Traffic is stopped there from the Seaford Oyster Bay. After that, not too bad of a ride on the westbound side, heading over to the Belton Cross Island. Best of it's the outbound George Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, slam from White Plains Road through to underneath the apartments. Deegan northbound, delays go back across the Triborough and up onto the Bruckner. Inbound George about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln already about 30 to 40 minutes. Outbound Holland a 20 to 30 minute ride. Over in Jersey, 280 eastbound, bumper to bumper with a crash by Eisenhower Parkway. Traffic is backed up to 80 in Parsippany. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of this check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report.
No big, just a loose gas cap.
And gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to ENN.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. How are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm doing great. I'd like to start off by saying good evening to Don.
I love this spot. I don't care for you, Booger.
And Alan.
Don gives good vin. It's true.
And Alan and myself.
That's coming up next. But first, Peter.
No, I don't have anything.
I thought you did.
No.
What a productive
We're
day.
so on point.
And us again. You want to just keep talking when we come back?
Yeah, we'll just do that. And we'll take more calls.
Yeah.
Let's go to break. Yeah.
You don't see it every day, do you?
We're such professionals. Really a professional organization.
It's unique what happened.
We make it come together. I love this spot. I don't care for you, Booger.
What inspired you to say that?
Because what inspired
you had it.
That's how I felt. I
the
really
feeling
feel
of
like
the feeling of dislike.
It just you sense that he doesn't care for me. So right back at you.
Wow.
I don't think he said he didn't care for you.
Yeah, I didn't get that vibe at all.
No, well, listen.
He just
not your
felt
vibe
like
to get.
All right, fair enough.
Shefty's got an interesting look going on today. Different look for Shefty.
What has he got happening?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I guess he's busy. But he you know what he looks like right now?
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
I mean, he probably had to. We got a developing story or something there. Was it late breaking news? Because he clearly didn't get the makeup part.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's Aiden Hutchinson signs a new big 4-year, $180 million extension.
So they had to get him on SportsCenter?
And I guess he was not prepared for television.
No.
And
well
his hair
I
just
wouldn't.
doesn't.
No, everything else is fine. It's the lighting and
no.
He's not shaved.
He's not clean shaven, which is not his vibe.
They might have just said to him, "Hey, we need you on sports," and he's like, "I just got home."
But that hair, that's not his look. Nothing like if they Don. I wish you had a TV. If you,
well, he does.
I have a TV.
He has a television.
I'm in a hotel room. Where do you think I'm at the?
I thought you were the
Days Inn.
Yeah.
Well,
they even have a TV.
If they want to sponsor the show, though,
we love Days Inn. But yeah, go find ESPN regular. Or is it 2? Is that the Deuce? I think it's the Deuce.
No, I think that's regular.
No, I think it's the Deuce.
It's the Deuce.
It's the Deuce. Go find the Deuce.
How do you know?
And tell me, because it says ESPN 2 in the bottom left.
Where?
There
it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
And tell us when you find it, Don. Because when they cut back to, if you see Shefty again, it almost looks like we lost. Adam Schefter is gone. We can't find him. Get that guy who looks like Schefter. We need looky like he's Schefter.
I think it's Shefty had to leave Wilson behind and finally was rescued and then was thrown on TV.
Oh, no, that's that too.
That's what it feels like.
It looks like Castaway Schefter.
If he starts screaming, Wilson, I would understand. But normally he's always well made up.
It's just very different. Castaway Schefter. We've never seen this before.
Castaway.
So what is it now?
Do you see
ESPN 2?
Yeah.
There he is. He's there.
He's on right now. Now's the time. You know what he looks like? He looks like from SNL. Chris Parnell is playing him.
No,
is that right?
That's not bad. That's not bad.
By the way, it could spend years before Don finds
He's never going to.
And I think it's over. Now they left.
He's gone. He's already NBA now.
They went to NBA. You know what's
never mind.
I drive a
Dodge Stratus.
I hope.
Well, I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't even turn the TV. We got in at 2 a.m.
Oh no!
Went
Now
right
you're
to
the
bed.
Knicks.
Here it comes.
Now, real quick, and let's be honest. He's also in one of the.
Here it comes.
Here's a really tough situation that Don's in. Is that he's in a hotel room, and for some reason, no matter how far we go with technology, hotel televisions are required to be the slowest operating tech.
It's
on
unreal.
Earth.
Unreal.
You have to push buttons and wait 7 seconds for a guide to come up.
Yes.
And then each arrow down 5 seconds. Don, is that what you have there? Is it one of those?
Teaching you patience.
Exactly
Yeah.
What?
They're on to the NBA.
Yeah, it's Austin
What's
Reeves.
on? What's now? I got
Reeves.
Lakers.
Austin Reeves.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
So we'll see if they go back to Shefty.
I doubt
You'll
it.
probably see the TV on there. See it, everybody on YouTube?
Here you go.
Is this legal?
That's over. But it was a hell of a moment when we had it. Now, Jackson Dart spoke today.
He did.
First, a little bit about Cam Scatabo being over at the facility.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I think that's just kind of just be how he is. Like, he's going to hate sitting at home and whatnot, so I'm sure that he'll be around here a lot. It was good to see his face for sure.
Now, how do you replace someone like Cam?
I mean, other guys just kind of have to pick it up. That's just the name of it, and it'll be a little different without him out there just yelling and whatnot, but we got some good guys in the building to kind of pick up.
Now, the good news for Shefty is he's been replaced on camera by Dave McMenamin, who looks like this is a hostage video.
It's like, hold up a newspaper for today's date.
Yeah, are you there, Dave? Are you alive?
Are they holding a flashlight right in his face? Poor Dave.
Yeah,
I don't think he even knows.
And by the way, we made jokes about the Days In. That's where they put up McMenamin. Look at the curtain rod back there. What the hell is going on? Are you all right, Dave?
Oh my goodness.
You know, can't we go back to the old days and just have him on the phone?
Yeah.
Can it be just as
a
effective?
headshot on the phone,
Yeah,
right?
just a nice still. He's on the phone, gives you the information. You can run the highlights. Nobody's the wiser.
It's AC, damn it. You know who I am.
This man covers the Lakers. It looked like he was literally.
Well, he's also a handsome guy. He is not like right now. He is shiny. He's got way too much light.
No,
and then
bring
he
it
has
down.
Curtains in the background are screaming Motel 6.
Oh my! Look at this. I mean, this is on. Someone help Dave McMenamin. I need an APB out on McMenamin. Reach out to Malika Andrews.
Ceiling.
Malika, go find your man. He's got a problem.
You can't have him.
Come on.
Come get your man.
Come get your man. He can't represent the Andrews clan like this.
You know, I'll tell you what, the next time I have to do sports, I'm going to be so self-conscious.
Yeah. Oh, because we'll be watching.
Yeah. We'll have something to say.
I mean, I don't blame you.
This is just insane.
It's very bright.
All he has to do, because it's like it appears he has a ring light with him or something. We just got to turn it down a notch.
It's very.
And by the way, look at me. I'm talking.
And then Nagandi,
I'm
by the
gray.
way. Look at Nagandi looks gorgeous next to him.
Come on, he's in the studio.
Nice tie
the perfect light.
Yeah.
He looks fantastic, Nagandi.
Look at him. All right. Anyways, where were we? Right. Giants.
Jackson Dart.
Like a normal person today.
Jackson. It's a beautiful tie. I love it. Jackson Dart on visiting Children's Hospital.
The Children's Hospital, like that hits close to home with me and my family, with my sister growing up. So, that's definitely something that I did in college too, and I want to continue to do that. And it's definitely special to see them and their perspective of life and, them just finding joy in the little moments. Like, I'm so down because we just lost a game and they're able to go through some of the hardest things imaginable and put a smile on their face. So it's inspiring to be around them.
And lastly, Jackson Dart on finding out Eli Manning's son dressed up as Jackson Dart for Halloween.
I think it's awesome. I've met Charlie a few times. I've obviously been around Eli a lot. And I think that, maybe like he said, he's a little disappointed that it wasn't him. But, it's just a cool relationship, and I think it's awesome.
There you go. See, nobody's immune.
Nobody's safe.
No, nobody's safe. I love it. I can't wait till we do it to a guest.
So that's what we have on the Jackson Dart of it all. And did you guys read any of the stuff on Scatabo? I mean, the obviously surgery was successful.
6 months, they said? He'll be back?
Yeah.
He'll be back before training camp.
They expect him for everything.
And they got to watch for infection. It's really terrible.
It was a very serious injury, no question. But the good news is it does seem like from a schedule standpoint, he should be able to get back for the whole off-season program.
It's amazing.
But you won't know for sure until he does it.
Well, no. Well, here's the thing. The scary thing for Cam is, what makes him a special player is his energy and the aggressiveness with which he plays. And who knows, how you'll be affected. And if you'll ever be able to become that sort of explosive player again, you don't know. And like
was he ever really like the open field speedster?
No,
he was a battering ram.
But that's what I mean. That battering ram comes from your legs.
Little hesitation.
There's just less power in your leg. I don't know. I mean,
Dak Prescott came back pretty good.
But it's interesting, right? Like Dak Prescott wasn't taking on contact with everyone he
Fair
saw.
point.
Cam lays his body into every play.
If as we've gotten to know him and his story, it's hard to believe that he would suddenly
not fight.
Not
for
have
this.
the courage.
No,
right.
He's going to dig.
He's going to do whatever.
But remember. I mean, what was he at 6th round draft pick?
Something like that, right?
He's not in the league because he's 6'4" and has every single gift.
Right.
He's there because he busts his ass.
Exactly.
That's what Cam Scadaboo does. So you just hope he'll be able to fight through this.
Still remarkable though.
Yeah, man. What a crazy sport this is. We take for granted, and then all of a sudden you're watching the game, and these incredibly tough dudes can't even look.
Could you?
At what happened?
Could you?
I never watched it again.
No way.
So it was on my phone, and I saw it once, and I went, oh, no. And then I didn't look again, but it's my phone. I couldn't see very well.
I'm good.
I heard it was like almost Kevin Ware bad. Was it really almost that bad?
Well, you didn't see enough of it. Like you saw the foot, but breaking the skin. Kevin Ware, you saw the bone. Like you got to remember that. That was right on.
Well, he needed emergency surgery because there was a bone out. That's why he had the surgery when he did.
But I don't think we visually saw that.
No, you couldn't see that.
No.
But he broke his fibula, and he dislocated his ankle.
Right.
And then there was something else that was wrong.
There was a third thing I was trying to find.
It was a lot. But the Ware thing was on a basketball court with, he doesn't have any cover up at all, and it just
that was
was
horrifying. Right,
that was horrifying.
So they said the overall prognosis is possible. I mean, is positive. The open fracture does mean that a bone penetrated the skin, and that's what made it a medical emergency. That's why he had to have surgery in Philadelphia that night because of risk of infection. Now, the ankle also suffered, as Anthony just alluded to, ligament damage. The deltoid ligament is on the inside of the ankle, and that needed reparations when ruptured. But they're saying he's doing well. Road ahead of him, but he should be back for the offseason program.
Which is amazing. Again, he could be in uniform playing football again in September in the NFL in a real game after something like that, which is, again, remarkable.
We said hello.
What happened?
I think Jacob Jacob just had a full-on Richard malfunction.
He was busy trying to do something for me.
No, I know, but that was 10 minutes ago. Why now in the middle of I'm talking about Cam Scadaboo's horrifying injury.
And he said?
And he just goes, no hellos?
General soreness.
Well, I don't understand why now.
Yeah, I don't know why I blanked out.
Hello?
He just came back to life.
You should listen to the show. It's a good show.
It's a hell of a listen.
Oh, I was tuned in.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well,
no seafood play!
But I was trying to get him to put something on the page that Carmelo Anthony did last night on NBC, but we can't use it because it's NBC. But it was hysterical.
I heard it was very good.
What did you think? I didn't get a chance to see, but what did you think of their coverage?
Well, this is week 2. We talked about some of this last week.
Jamal Crawford is phenomenal as a game analyst, and he makes Reggie Miller not only listenable, but he makes him better. Because the two of them together, and Tirico, to his credit, knows during the I'm laying out. Let these two go. That's what I hear.
And did you agree with my assessment about T-Mac at the desk? I think T-Mac is very good.
He's good.
I only saw him in 1 week so far.
He's so subtle, which is what made that moment last night with Carmelo. It was pitch perfect. But we can't use it, unfortunately, but it's just
very
so
funny.
funny.
It was our kind of childish
Our
humor.
kind of childish humor.
It's an NBC vehicle. We didn't have
I posted video of it on my...
Yeah, it's on Alan's Twitter.
It's on Twitter if you want to watch it. But it's really funny. And it's Melo at his best. Looking innocent and then realizing what he said and then making that face that he made. It's so good.
Just shows some potential of camaraderie between the squad.
No, it could be good.
Now, the NBA says nearly 37 million people in the U.S. watched opening week of the season across NBC, Peacock, ESPN, and Amazon. The most viewers for an opening week in 15 years.
That's good.
Well, it helps. You got a lot of excitement in New York, right?
And at least there was
always bring it.
And at least there was no sort of controversy last week that could have distracted anyone.
No, nothing at all.
How much you want to bet those numbers were among the bet? Sorry,
I'll bet you anything that those numbers are real.
All right, let's get into the local.
Would you take the over on 36.5 million? viewers? I would have taken the over.
Depends where I'm betting it. All right. Carl Banks.
This is. We have to get to this.
He went on the Believe Network.
He does. That's his thing, right?
That's his thing?
Yeah. He's got a thing there. Yeah, him and Bob Papa.
Him and Papa.
Papa.
All right, we love Papa.
Papa.
Here's a Papa.
Well, Banks.
By the way, I got to tell you guys, Maya is very close to Dada.
Close?
Oh, we are.
Are we almost there?
Really?
We are seconds long.
First word? Or is she saying something yet?
It's a cheat code because she's basically flirting with it all the time. So I'm kind of like cheating a little bit.
Oh, you got to get this dub. This is a big first win.
That's our shush machine. Ignore that. That's me practicing.
Well, I would think so.
Thank you.
What do you say? What do you say?
Oh, no, that's...
She's right there, right?
No, I'm calling it. Don, I'm calling it.
You calling that Dada?
I'm calling it, Don. You?
It's
calling
too
it.
close not to.
I
think he wants a cleaner version.
I do. I want.
Well, you want two syllables. I'll take two syllables, but that
might
right
be
now
what you have to live on.
By the way, I got to tell you, men are something else.
It's a big win.
Men are something else. I swear to God, I have a theory on this, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Okay.
Babies naturally default to that. That's the first thing.
More than because the
mama is hard.
Is easier because they're
harder
when they eat.
No.
Really?
Little babies don't eat. I know it's been a while, Alan. They don't just pick up food and go,
No,
That's
not
No, they wouldn't be wiping it in their face.
They're making noises when they
I'm
eat.
telling you, as someone who's in it right now, she at least with Maya, and I've heard this from other people, the immediate thing is that. And you go, oh, dad. So I believe that when babies were born, men heard that, went, that's it, said our name. And they went, what do you mean? We don't know what no, dad, that's us. That's us. And the moms were like, wait, do you think it's us because we're the ones? No, we don't even know what you guys did. Trust me, it's dad.
You didn't teach that.
Meanwhile, mama, I think, is a lot of work. I think that's actually the hard work.
It's an effort?
I do. She's efforting.
All right, listen. Now, you guys are going to call BS on this, but I'm telling you, we have video proof.
Okay.
Zach's first word, we have video proof, was hockey.
No.
I swear. Wasn't dada, wasn't mama. Hockey. We have video proof.
That's incredible.
We would watch together. He was, again, I was covering.
And you'd probably be saying, hey, we want to watch hockey?
I would say
Let's
hockey.
watch hockey.
I would point to the TV and say hockey. I would say it over and over and over again to him instead of doing the dad.
You know what that makes me think?
And then one day he just went hockey. We were like, what?
You know what that makes me think, honestly? You should you should be the voice of the Devils. It's not right. It shouldn't be Don. It should be you.
It should be the voice of the Islanders, let's be honest.
Or the Islanders, for God's sake.
But no, I'm kidding. But if we didn't, and thank God we have video proof because no one would believe.
That's amazing. I'm angling. I've been angling for her first words to be bear because it would just be so cute. So whenever he walks by, I go bear, 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 and I just hope one day she goes, nah.
Just says it.
Jalen's first word was ocean.
What?
Wait, all right. So already,
hold on.
Is Harvard calling yet?
Yeah. What ocean?
Ocean.
No.
Why? Are you sure she wasn't cursing and saying ocean?
We were down the shore.
Probably heard Dad say it a few times.
I said ocean.
And she just repeated it?
Something that sounds like ocean when I was going, osh. No, but she said ocean, yeah.
Really? What was Marco's first word?
Now she says a bunch of words.
Yeah, I bet.
What was Marco's first word?
I think it was it Dada? I think it Dada, and he called Jalen Parco.
Well, I'm sorry, because his name's Marco, and she's obviously Parco.
That's great.
Marco,
or Polo.
So Marco Parco.
What is flawed?
Okay, so
there's nothing better than that.
That's my favorite drop of all time.
Yes.
It's actually between what is flawed and Pusic's you suck, Pusic. Those are the two things competing.
So when we do Drop Madness, those are going to be high C's.
Well, no, but that's old. The Marco one's old.
What is fraud?
What is fraud?
How old is fraud?
Oh,
how old is that?
3 years.
Oh, it's a shame.
No, it's like 2 years.
2 years?
Last year, yeah.
Is it last year?
No, Don. It's at least a year and a half.
No,
he told you he wants to re-say it because he doesn't say it that way anymore.
December 24th is when.
Last year?
Yes.
December 24th, Christmas Eve?
No, sorry, December 5th.
Yeah, so
2024.
December of 2024.
Oh,
that's
December.
guys.
Right,
I hate to break it
so
to you. That's technically Ken.
I know it's occasional.
No, I get it.
No, not
Yes,
no.
yes.
I think we were in our soft open.
I've done the work.
December 5th. Where are
Wait,
we
what
already?
date?
Pull up
December 5th
the-
was his
Yeah, it's the
birthday.
end. It's the end of K.
It's the end of K.
It's the end of K. The end of days.
So December 8th, I think, was the last K show, right?
Yeah, so it's right at the end.
So, or the 13th.
I don't care. By the way, I don't care.
Wait.
Because guess what? We haven't done a Drop Madness since then. It's a good point by you.
I was there.
I am
Does
not
that
going
count?
back to K shows. To Drop
no.
Madness. I'll tell
Wait,
you
just
that
go
right
back to that date. I was there.
You were there that day?
Wasn't I?
Well, no, you're talking about the live show.
Yeah.
No.
Technically,
it happened.
if we're going to be technical,
Go ahead.
DHR Drop Madness, because we can't call it a year, because this show's been on for longer than a year. As of now, goes from 12/17/2024 to this date. And then obviously into March. And I already have 120 drops that I have to parse through.
What is fraud? Can we
If you want me to put it
can
in,
we do an at-large bid?
Yeah, no, we can. Yeah, exactly. You can grandfather it in.
Can we just?
It's going to play in
because
date.
we used it more than you guys probably did.
Oh yeah,
It's going to play in date. It'll play in date.
Play in.
It'll play in date
It's
on
not
Tuesday.
about.
We'll see how it does
The
against
drop is
Loyola
not
Chicago.
when it was recorded. To me, the drop is not when it was recorded or when it happened. It's when it's utilized.
It's a good
right?
point.
So it might have happened on the K show. We've used it as a drop.
Yeah, it's a great
It's
call.
our drop.
It's a great call. Now, real quick, I didn't even get to the
So get
story
to
that
work, Anthony.
this really came up a long time ago. And
is this any good?
Carl Banks.
This is good.
Talking about Dexter Lawrence.
Oh yeah, very good.
Dexter Lawrence, nobody respects you anymore. Nobody. Your opponents do not. The pre-injury Dexter is not there in their heads. They don't respect you. There's a difference. You're on the field. They're blocking you with a 9-year backup center. You're not making a difference. The old Dexter would. There are a lot of things that go into your performance. Only you know what that is. Whether you're still recovering or not, I'm just telling you now, I'm looking at enough tape to know that your opponents don't respect you. Damn. Not like they used to. And here's the thing. When Darius Alexander gets in the game, when Roy Robinson gets in the game and they substitute for you.
DJ Davidson.
Those guys are making plays against the same guys that are blocking you. I'm going to just say this. Again, I don't know the circumstances. It's time for you to start expecting more of yourself. I don't know if you're injured. I don't know if you've fully recovered, but it's time to start asking more of yourself because they don't respect you.
So
that's an OG talking.
Dexter Lawrence was asked about these comments, Don.
I don't really know what he's watching, but hey, he can say what he wants. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, trying to help us get a win. That's it.
When you hear something like that, is that more of a motivator for you? Or
Nah, but if people listen to him, then let's say this. I hope people start trying to disrespect me. Let's say that.
Were you surprised at what Carl said?
Yeah, those are strong words, but that's how you feel.
Does it mean more to you those words mean more that they're coming from him, like a giant legend? No? Why not?
He's delusional. No.
He's delusional. Don?
Well, at least you know how I feel about Carl. All right.
We love
Carl. He knows the game. And I will say this, and this is no disrespect to any other analyst anywhere. Is there anybody in New York that would go as far as Carl did about the team? So anybody that calls him a homer or a shill, forget it. That's off the table now.
Which
And
it should have already been off the
all he's doing
table.
is commenting on what he sees. All right, Carl is doing the job. So what he's doing is he's watching the All-11s, or the All-22s. He's watching the film. And he's telling you what he sees. He sees they're putting backups against him. He's seeing that they don't not worried about him. He's just commenting on what he's seeing. All right. So maybe you disagree with Carl, but you can't say Carl's not educated. You can't say he doesn't know what he's seeing. He's been around the game longer than all of us. He's watching the film. He's not on some perch somewhere 3,000 miles away commenting off of something else somebody else saw. He's watching it, and he's telling you what he's seeing. So you may not be happy about it. I don't expect Dexter Lawrence to be happy about it, but to completely devalue his opinion.
Can I defend?
Maybe that tells you what's wrong with Dexter Lawrence right now.
So let me throw this out there. If in fact that's like in a moment of peace, that's really how Dexter feels. Like, I don't care what he says, he's delusional. I would say, hey, let's try to look in the mirror a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
All of us, most human beings, when they are given harsh criticism of what they do, it takes a little bit of time to take that in. It's especially these. Can we just also be real? These are kids. Relative to the world, these are kids.
Okay.
So I'm going to give them a little bit of grace there. Also, you're getting asked about it in public. It's embarrassing. Those are harsh. Carl didn't say, "Hey, I wish he would." that's harsher than even Karl normally goes. In fact, I'm curious to see if down the line, if Karl stands by it permanently or goes, maybe I could have verbalized it a little bit better.
I think he was more because he knows how good Dex is.
Oh, that is what he meant.
I think for Carl Banks, he's almost like disappointed. Like you're way too good to look like that.
And he's trying to put a bat on his back.
You need to know what's going on here. Oh yeah. He knows what he's doing.
You could disagree. I'm not saying that Dexter's got to be happy about it, but to call Karl delusional, that's going too far. I mean, Karl, again, he's there. He'll be on the plane with him. He's at practice. Karl's not scared of him.
Oh, no.
Right? He's not scared. Outside the organization. They cross paths. So you would think, and you're right, these guys are younger or whatever, and he doesn't know the Giants' history the way we do or know how great a linebacker Karl Banks was. He probably thinks, who cares? That was 30 years ago. Nobody cares anymore. Whatever. But he played on defense. He played for the New York Giants. He's paid as an analyst for the Giants. He watches the All-22s. He's on the buses and the planes and in the hotels with you. He's around you, and he's making this comment. So you could disagree, or you say, I think Karl's wrong. But to say delusional, he's not delusional because he's doing the work. And certainly he's not helping himself, Karl, by doing this. He's probably creating more aggravation for himself, but he realizes I got a job to do, and my job is to be honest and analyze the game. That's why they got one of the best broadcasts in the business, guys, because they are both brutally honest about what's being seen on the field, and I respect the Giants for keeping those guys around. Karl's not going to get called on the carpet. He's Karl Banks. He's got 2 rings jingling and jangling. So at least Dexter Lawrence should at least respect who's saying it. So, Peter, you could say, I disagree. But to say he's delusional, that's too far.
Yeah, he that is a lot to say. I agree it's too far. I'm trying to give him some grace because maybe on the spot he just was overwhelmed by it.
Could be.
But no, it's a lot. That'll do it for ENN. Thank you very much.
That's a very good one.
Well, listen, it's Wednesday night. You know Tubi's on. Evolve tonight, 8 o'clock on Tubi.
So you're already ready
I got to bring it on Wednesday.
Yeah. You're
big episode tonight.
Didn't realize that you were.
It's Kendall Gray's title celebration, for Christ's sake.
Okay. We get back into the Knicks conversation.
All right.
And you talk about calling out a player. Well, we've got a former NBA player who had something to say about Karl-Anthony Towns' performance last night that you don't want to miss. That's next. Your call's 800-919-3776. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5 S Select for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0595731. MSRP $31,915. Zero security deposit. Ends 10/31/25.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
The fall is here and Halloween's right around the corner, which means the cold weather is coming. And that's why now's the time to fill up with Romeo's Fuel. Fill up before it gets too cold. Now is the best time because prices are still so low. Romeo's Fuel makes it easy for you to keep your house comfortable and warm in the coldest months. Get discount home heating oil from the best in the business. Order online at romeosfuel.com for the best and lowest price on home heating oil. That's romeosfuel.com, romeosfuel.com, romeosfuel.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
So, New York soccer fans, the Audi 2025 MLS Cup playoffs are here right now. Saturday, November 1st, New York City FC returns to Yankee Stadium for Game 2 of their best-of-3 series against Charlotte FC. Kickoff, 3:30 p.m. For your chance to be there, you can enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app that you have right there on your phone. Just click the Contest tab and submit your entry. Don't miss this opportunity to experience playoff soccer as the boys in blue begin their chase for the Cup. Tickets are available now at Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC. Kendrick Perkins had this to say today on NBA Today.
All right.
About Karl-Anthony Towns' performance last night in Milwaukee, which, again, had everybody talking, had Mike Brown ripping into him, and had Karl-Anthony Towns even saying, yeah, I got to be better. But here's Perk on Cat.
Karl-Anthony Towns. Hey, man, when is it going to stop? I'm expecting better from you at this time right now. Like, what I'm seeing right now, you got a coaching change, right? Obviously, you didn't want Tibbs because you didn't want Tibbs in Minnesota. So they bring in Mike Brown. You're still picking up those dumb, silly fouls. Mike Brown said it, that he's been talking to you about this, something that you should be trying to work to get better at. Those fouls come from a lack of effort and not wanting to move those puppies. I thought you could have came into the season in better shape, but you didn't. You know what I mean? That's a problem. We're talking about with the East being wide open, the Knicks, they added to their bench. They're pretty much everyone's favorite to represent the Eastern Conference. He has to be better.
With Brunson averaging 30 a game in the first 4 games of the season and picking up where he left off last year, all eyes are on Towns. And with the Giannis thing hovering and fans seeing this and seeing Giannis last night and the way he played and knowing that is going to hang over this team, the last thing Karl-Anthony Towns can do is get off to a bad start this year. He's rebounded well. He's actually done a pretty good job defensively, but what he did in the third quarter offensively where he got frustrated, and then, like Jacob said just a few minutes ago in my ear, he made Kyle Kuzma, who's like barely 6'8", look like Defensive Player of the Year. All he was doing was playing physical, and he had Towns taking bad shots, forcing up shots. It was a really bad look. Now, again, to his credit, I guess his credit is that Towns did take accountability.
I thought so.
For how he played and said, I got to be better, and admitted that he started thinking about things he shouldn't be thinking about, which is how many shots am I getting involved more in the offense. At least he's admitting it. But guys, this is something everybody's watching, and New York, and especially when it comes to the Knicks and expectations. If they're not playing well, and they've lost the last 2 games, everybody tries to find the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And Towns right now he's got the red dot on him, whether he likes it or not.
Well, I brought it up earlier in the show. I just wonder how much does the Giannis stuff weigh on him, considering he's probably a likely piece to go if Giannis comes here.
It's a fair question.
So you're asking a guy that comes here, highly touted, thinking he's going to play for Thibodeau. Thibodeau's gone. He's got to adjust to a new coach, new system, and it might all be for naught because at some point, likely during the next offseason, he's going to be someplace else. So do I think he's making some sort of a statement? No, he's too good of a guy for that, but I just wonder, is it just something else on his plate that he's thinking about that could be affecting him a little bit? And where did this all happen? In Milwaukee, where all the conversation is Giannis, Giannis, Giannis. So wouldn't you be thinking about it? Am I going to be playing with Giannis, or am I going to be the reason Giannis is here? Am I here long term? Am I going to adjust to this coach just to have to go just to another organization, another coach next season? It's a lot.
It is, and listen, we don't know. We're sort of projecting a bit. We don't know that's the thing, but it's a decent and reasonable guess that it would be more on his mind.
It's human nature, right?
They're in Milwaukee playing it, but Alan also pointed something else out that we were talking about off the air, that you can look at, Cat in pressers in the offseason, and he didn't look quite like the same guy. He's
like the buy-in on the offense.
Yeah, he just seemed a little down.
He just seems like he's like, yeah, I got to figure it out. I got to find a way. I got to, you could tell for him,
like
whatever
Don,
he
like
was
Don
told.
at the end of the K show. Mailing it in.
Wow.
Ready to move on to the to
I
brighter
was not
days.
expecting that, but there's an example. That's a choice.
That's one opinion.
Yeah, that's a choice.
I'm not sure if that's the consensus, but
no. Listen, it's just a thought. Okay. No, but seriously, like he did have that look of like, hey, there's something new going on. I'm just not sure I like it yet.
Yeah, I don't know if.
But by the way,
this works for me.
I don't know that.
And the guy that I'm not going to say coddled, but Tibbs was very easy on Towns last year. And so he goes from a coach that knew him since, for years, that he reunited with, that now is gone, to a new coach he doesn't know, who's telling him, I want you to play a different way. And he's like, what do you mean? This is how I play.
And
it's a lot.
And we're 4 games in.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's that too.
So we could get there.
But he knows that everybody – look, Mikal Bridges was the guy that had the red dot at the start of last season. Everybody. He was in the crosshairs. He didn't play well. He was uncomfortable. He didn't like Tibbs' style. You could see it. They give all these draft picks up for this guy, and look at him. And Bridges, it was in his own head early in the season. He was going through the same exact thing. It took him a while to get right. Now it's Towns going through it.
And Bridges was the one who, was saying out loud, we need to be playing more people.
Yeah.
So it was, in this case, you have to at least like the way Cat handled it. He at least said the right things.
Well, let's go to Nick in Bayside, who finds another problem with the Knicks. Go ahead, Nick. Hello, Nick.
Hey.
What's up?
Hi, Alan.
How are you?
First time caller.
Thank
How are
you.
you? Good. I gotta admit, I know you guys are blaming the whole scheme here on Cat and not playing well, but we gotta admit that James Dolan has a time clock on him right now, because if this doesn't work out with Mike Brown, we have to think about another coach, because obviously Tibbs was a heavy favorite. He's still a heavy favorite in New York amongst Knicks fans. And let's be honest, we know that Brunson is the lead catalyst of the Knicks. He's the fans' favorite. We really think that Brunson turned around the team, but it's really Thibodeau who turned around the team before Brunson even got in the mix. So I wanted to get you guys' opinions on if this still continues to start downsliding and Cat doesn't play well, the team doesn't really gel together with this coach. Do you think Dolan will be making a coaching change in the midst of the season as there's championship aspirations on the line?
I don't see in the very first season, during the season, firing a coach. especially somebody like Mike Brown who has the resume that he has. I'm not.
What are we?
I am not seeing that.
What are we doing?
This is what Knicks fans do, guys. I don't know if you're new to this.
No, they're so predictable. New York is just so predictable.
He said, continue a downslide. They've lost 2 very competitive games that they were winning big in both of them.
And in the Miami game, they sat on a tarmac till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
They couldn't
got
make it
in
through.
Late.
Yeah.
And then, all right, listen, Milwaukee, they had Milwaukee's number, but that's still a pretty good team. And Brunson got hurt in the game. That kind of hurt a little bit. I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying you had 2 great wins to start the season against Cleveland and Boston, 2 teams you couldn't beat last year during the course of the regular season. And, all right, you've lost a couple of games here on the road. You know it's going to be a bit of a slow burn and an adjustment, but that's just not how we play, man. I knew it was going to be, we're going to have a conversation. What's wrong with the Knicks? Should have kept Thibodeau. It's all the same.
Anytime you make a change, it's the first thing everybody's going to default to.
Easy. Too easy. Come on, man. Be better than that,
also,
please.
And also, I got to say this, and I'll just speak for myself. Without getting into specifics, I saw another local media personality today who decided to nickname after 4 games Mike Brown Mike Clown.
Oh God!
And talk about what a joke he is as a head coach, and how everything here is failing. And there's 2 reasons it bothers me. Number one, this is one of the reasons when we talk about New York being a tough place, that people always want to go and deal with this, and you can call them soft if they want, but people should be able to start their job and after 4 games not have prominent people on a major platform calling them a clown. Well, furthermore, what it does to people like us.
I'll tell you
I hate that people think of talk show hosts as complete yo-yos who say buffoonish stuff like this when, frankly, Alan, I've never had any colleagues who do this.
Well, this is our industry. You know that, right? But also, Joe Torre was clueless Joe. So if you want to do this to Mike Brown, I'll love the results. I'll take them. Like, look, nobody defended Tom Thibodeau more than myself. I still will say to this moment, even though Mike Brown's here now, but I will say I wouldn't have done it. I would not have made the change. I would have given another year. I think he had a pulse. He had a pulse of his team, and what he did, I did not feel like it was the thing to do, but they did it. And now you have to see, first of all, the results you're seeing early show you at times this thing looks like it could be ridiculously impressive. But they told you, as Don said, in preseason, Brunson was saying it, Brown was saying it, others were saying it, this is going to take a minute. There's a lot here that we've got to pick up. It's going to take some time. But once we do and this thing catches, it could be special. That's what they're trying to do. That's why they made the coaching change, because they're trying to go from a team that keeps running into the wall to a team that can win a championship.
But
Simple as that.
That's not how New York. And you're right. And I thought they did the right thing by doing that, as frustrating as it was, because they were reading the room. But that's why I was a little surprised why they went after Cat the way they did, instead of just saying, hey, this is just part of the adjustment. But listen, Coach called them out, so they probably feel it too, because in real time it hits different, right?
Yep.
You could talk all you want in the summer saying, yeah, fans are going to get on us, but we can't pay attention to that. We're on our own timeline. We'll be there in May. Don't worry about it. And then you lose a couple of tough games in a row. You start to hear it, and now you end up accelerating the process, which you don't want to see them do.
YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love. That includes the NBA and college basketball and college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com so you can keep ESPN. Last caller crew, 800-919-3776. We'll talk to you. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN, New York.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window and Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window and Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window and Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window and Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
All the way over Barzell, score!
New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off and to wear a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN.
All right. As we head into the night, let's give you a game time. Brought to you by Tullamore Irish Whiskey, because boys, when it's game time.
It's Tully time.
Did you want to do like a game show on there? That sounded like what was the game show where they did that?
What'd I do?
Oh no, that wasn't game show.
I don't even know what I said.
Well, you were just going like, hey.
Oh, yeah.
You give me like
You're doing a Here's Johnny?
Yeah, like a Here's Johnny too. That could have been that too. All right, maybe we'll record a new one.
Maybe we got to freshen it up.
Just one team in action tonight. You guys ready for this?
Yeah, get the DVR
Get your beer,
ready.
get your beer and popcorn. Get your VCR ready. Nets and the Hawks at Barclays, 7:30. That's basically it. And then, of course, you do have Game 5 of the World Series as well. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple Cashman shirt Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
I have a question.
Here's Johnny.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah, what do you got?
There's that one.
All right, so Game 5 tonight in L.A.
Yeah.
So say the Dodgers win, take a 3-2 series lead.
Mhm.
Off day Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday in Toronto, Game 6. The Dodgers win the World Series. I will be in L.A. Friday. Do you think it'll be any trouble?
Oh.
Trouble like a riot?
Yeah. They do
They've
that
known
there.
to take to the streets, no?
Yeah, but not. I don't think recently.
Only when the Lakers win?
Did they do it in 2020 when the Lakers won?
Well, it was COVID. So.
Yeah, but that was a time when people were on the street quite a bit, and I still don't think still don't think people rioted. For
No.
it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was still a thing. I was just kind of curious.
No, well, what time's your game? It would be right up against it, right?
No. Well, I'll be doing the show from the ESPN affiliate in L.A.
Nice.
That's the off day. Saturday is the game in Los Angeles, but we're going to leave San Jose tomorrow and then go to. I'll be in L.A. Thursday night, Friday morning.
Oh,
and then
gorgeous.
Be there until the game's over Saturday. So if they do win,
So Friday, you're saying you'll have an off day, and the Dodgers would be playing that game.
But they're in Toronto.
Oh, but they're
They're
Toronto.
not, because
In
otherwise
Toronto.
Don's getting
Right.
Don's getting into Dodger Stadium.
That's what I was going
without
to say.
question.
Oh my God! But
Never been to Chavez Arena. I've seen it from a distance.
I know,
Yeah,
me neither.
me either.
I never been.
Hey, road trip, boys.
I'm next year. I'm going.
I think we should do it.
I am
The other
seeing
thing that
Shohei
stinks-
play next year. There's no
I
way.
had a trip: Denver, San Jose, L.A.
It's not
Right?
terrible.
And Anaheim, but that's
That
LA
doesn't count.
Jays.
LAJs.
Nuggets were not in town. Otherwise, I would have went to a game.
Oh yeah. See Jokic.
All right. Warriors not in town for the 2 days I'm here. Could have been like tonight. Could have went to a Warrior game.
Could have.
They're not playing. The Clippers are in L.A. Friday night.
Okay.
Is that worth it? Because where they play now?
Well, who are they playing?
They play at the Inuit Dome, which
Yeah,
you
they-
got to see it. It's
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah,
Should I go?
It's really
after
cool.
the show?
It's a cool
Should I go
building.
to a Clipper game?
Why not?
Maybe see Billy Crystal? I should reach out to Billy.
You should reach out to Billy. Maybe he'll
just
say,
feel
"You know what? I got
funny.
an extra ticket, Donnie. Come sit next to me."
Because we were he's been texting me during Giant games. And,
By the way, you definitely should hit him up.
Is that a name drop?
and I forgot to tell you, Peter. After one of the
texting.
texts, he says, "Tell Peter I said hi." I just haven't seen
Hey,
him.
well, you haven't said anything.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
didn't feel comfortable
Yeah.
telling him I was in L.A. I thought that'd be too forward.
I think you do.
I know you'll disagree, but I
Hear
just
me
felt
out.
like
I got you. I never lead you wrong in this way, and I won't hear either. Yes, you just being like, "Hey, Billy, I'm in town." Yeah, okay, that's a little forward.
Wait,
however,
wait,
hold
okay.
up. However, you saying, "Hey, out here for Devils Kings," was thinking about the Clippers game Friday night. Is it worth going to watch these guys? Something like that. And then he either goes, "Oh, absolutely, you should do blah blah blah," or he goes, "Hey, I'm going, Don. You want to go?"
so it could go the Aaron Boone route.
You never know.
Where I'm in Tampa, Alan.
Yeah.
And I did the show from Steinbrenner Field, and I go by and see Boone before the game, and Boone goes, "What are you doing for dinner?" And I'm like, "Wow, am I going to go out to dinner with Aaron Boone?"
Oh,
no,
that-
he just made suggestions.
I remember
of where
this.
To go.
You were waiting for him, and then he just gave you a place to go.
So
Well,
Billy
here-
might be like, Billy might just text back and go, "Yeah, Clipper game. That would be fun. Go."
Now Halloween
Well, he
night.
might. Well, he might, and that's his choice.
Halloween night in L.A. That could be fun. But I'm giving you another reason to go.
Okay.
Clippers are hosting the Pelicans. That's some Zion for you.
It's like you dream about.
Not a sexy matchup.
It's not. No, it isn't.
Whoa. The game might not be, but Zion Williamson, if he actually plays,
Well, there you go.
yeah, it's L.A. though. He might.
If one of the
I
women,
don't care.
If one of the
I
women
just-
that he's knocked up is there to get sexy,
Probably
'cause
will
he
be.
has some great taste.
I just like to go see some out of town stuff. So I would, but I
Some
I
strange,
thought I
if
could
you-
catch
if
some
you will.
breaks, see some Nuggets, see some Warriors.
Don in the Wild.
Don in the Wild likes some sports strange.
Yeah.
He loves
Random.
Oh yeah, now. Real quick, I'm on Ticketmaster.com.
Yep.
You want me to give you a little
He
update,
doesn't
Don?
need to buy a ticket.
What are you doing? No, Anthony's going to call in a credential for me. What are you kidding?
Call in a credential. We'll call in a favor. Reach out.
Oh, good. Real quick, hold on.
The arena is cool though. You'd want to check it out just for the
amazing.
arena.
I do want to.
Is it over by the Coliseum? Is that where it is?
Yes.
But
it's in Inglewood.
All right, guys, I got to get to this real quick. ESPN New York is giving you the chance to see UFC 322 at MSG with me on November 15th.
Oh, yeah.
You and a guest can score tickets to be in the suite, hang out with me, enjoy the energy of the garden, the comfort of the private suite, and all the incredible action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. All right, to enter, go to the contest tile on the ESPN New York app to submit your entry, brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of UFC. Don, you could get a verified resale seat second row for $750.
No, that's not bad.
No, I'm good.
We can do better. We can definitely do better. We'll work on it. We'll work on the show. I thought today was good. We can be even better tomorrow.
I enjoyed it.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Let's do it.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge